Okay, we are live. We are ready to go. Welcome, Gary, to the Spurs versus Arsenal. I'll get that banner changed around in a little short while. How are you, buddy?
I am good, mate. Excited. Hopefully, we continue our winning ways and continue to put the pile of pressure onto the City.
Excellent, excellent. I'm feeling a little bit confident, I must say. I love to see that Thomas Partey is starting the game. You know the team. I'm going to put it up in a second, but can you just give us your rundown of the team and your feelings towards the setup?
Yeah, to be honest, the team basically picks itself. I think this is currently our best 11 outfield players. We're including the goalkeeper, best 11 players that we can field. And yeah, it just speaks for itself, really. I'm confident in the game, but it's a North London derby, so you never know. They're going to be up for it. They want to deny us this fight for the title that we're in. They also need the points to try and press for fourth. Interesting that I see that he's brought in Højbjerg, who I don't think started many games for them. So obviously maybe he's going to maybe a bit more defensive minded. But if Arsenal do what Arsenal do, then we should win the game.
Excellent, excellent. So as you can see, Raya in goal. The usual back four with Tomiyasu at left back, Rice, Partey and Odegaard. The dream midfield setup for me. Saka, Trossard and Havertz. The fact that he's chosen Trossard over Martinelli, I think that's giving him the reward for his efforts in games, because he may not be as fast as Martinelli, but he gets you goals. What's your feelings in that position there, Gary?
Yeah, I don't think Martinelli's done near enough this season. Been very poor. Even in the last game, he was through on goal and, he just can't finish. I think with the high line that Spurs play, Trossard's one of them intelligent players that may be able to run a diagonal in behind. So maybe look out for that today. But yeah, can't see how Martinelli gets in ahead of Trossard. So well done to Trossard for keeping his place.
Yeah, I also think Trossard works well with Havertz. So it will be interesting to see how that goes. So the boys are getting ready.
Three idiots on top of the roof, man. Waving flags.
Kick off. Those are models, aren't they? Yeah, they're not real people.
No, they're real people, man. They're walking off.
Oh, yeah.
You three people on the roof with some tiny little flags. What's the point of that, man?
Okay.
Tiny little flags. I don't get it. You'd have a big flag. Maybe the wind would have took them off the roof. Right, I'm underway, Tom.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit behind you, Gaz. So comment away as you feel. I'm just going to
so the ball's not the ball, and Arsenal Saka hacked down by Timo Werner. Free kick, Arsenal halfway inside their own half.
So there's our substitute bench, and that's a strong bench. That's a strong bench.
We know there's at least three of them that ain't coming on.
Yeah, but there's a couple of game changers. Zinchenko's a game changer. Jesus, potentially Martinelli.
Oh, that's a dodgiest clearance. Is it? Oh. And Tomiyasu gives us bundles Kulusevski into touch, rugby style, and it's a free kick to Tottenham, deep inside their own half.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
As they say, they don't like it up them. I like these graphics that Arsenal posted on their Instagram today, so I thought I'd grab them and show them. Style, focus, and this one's my favourite. Steel.
I like the steel.
Oh, good ball, Partey. So Spurs getting a little bit of possession at the moment. Intercepted there well by Bukayo Saka.
Odegaard in press and played straight out of play by that their Rolls Royce of us defender, Mickey Van der Ven, as they call him. Oh. Go on, you're in, Odegaard, you're in! Who's in the middle? Oh, what is that? Oh, the flick on by Havertz. Odegaard was in behind.
And nobody in
and
the
there
box.
was nobody in the middle at all.
Yeah, I noticed. They've got to read that Havertz header. And we talked about this midweek, didn't we, Gaz? You've
Well,
got to
Havertz, Odegaard reached the header, but then you want Trossard breaking his neck to get into the middle.
Yeah, give an option.
You know, Saka's not going to get there, but if Havertz wins the ball in Saka's area, then Saka has to go inside.
Yeah. And those are the things that Havertz is good at doing. You know, he's winning those headed duels.
Well done, Gabriel. Come on now, play it, Trossard. Oh, what are you doing, man? Oh, Jesus. Almost gave it away. But Arsenal come away with Ben White. That's not a foul from behind, no. That's all right then. I thought that should have been a free kick on Saka there.
It would have been a soft one, Gaz, I think.
I think any tackle from behind is a foul, no?
Yeah, but
soft or not.
Yeah.
The player's in front of you and you go through behind him, it's a free kick. You know, the goal that Chelsea had ruled out last night for their winner was soft, but it was a foul.
Yeah.
You know,
welcome
clear
to
nudge.
Welcome to the panel, Emerson. Hope you're well.
How we doing, Emerson?
No worries, Tony. Yeah, I'm good. Hi, Gary. I'm okay. What are you holding your head up for?
Good.
I've gone past that. I've gone past the phase already. Just to give you a heads up, guys, Arsenal under 21s are beating Liverpool 2-0. Koza Dubry 2 goals.
Nice.
Love it. We love to hear that. Big up to the family.
Wasn't Tito didn't score, no?
Yep.
Oh, Party's been nicked off Party's toes.
Timber played from the start, guys, and he got booked just before half time. So I'm not sure if he's come out for the second half.
Silly free kick. No, he played the advantage. The referee played the advantage and Spurs lost it. Silly tackle by Odegaard there, but he played the advantage and Spurs trying to pass it into the area and it runs right through to David Raya.
So, guys, thanks for joining us on the chat. When needed, it was the first thing. Apollo is listening on his device where he's driving up the motorway right now. Cam Delves, welcome, Cam. Always a pleasure to have you on board, buddy. He says, good preview with Andy and Apollo yesterday. Sad not to have you doing the commentary today. Sometimes we just need to get our minds open and ready to think more positively. You bring a lot of that to the fan base. Thanks a lot, Cam. We appreciate that. Nye's in the house. Welcome all. Spurs have a very strong team. They've even got more with Richarlison off the bench. This will be a very tough game as far as I can imagine. Yeah.
I think any North London derby's tough. It doesn't, it wouldn't matter if one of the teams was in the Vauxhall Conference. It would still be blood and thunder.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just the fixture, isn't it?
Yeah. I think one of the commentators was saying of all the derbies, the North London derby is the most vociferous that he's ever been to. including like the likes of the Manchester, the Everton.
Who was that? Gary Neville.
Everton. It might have been Gary, yeah. It's been a tight game so far. Neither team's created an opportunity. Tottenham down their left flank currently. Come back, they're in their back four, playing the ball across their back four. Romero with the ball currently.
Yeah, they're just on the edge of our area now, Tone.
Okay.
With Werner, and he drives the cross in straight into the gloves of David Raya. Oh, that's a dangerous throw out, man. That's stupid by Raya. Partey doesn't give the ball away, but Raya's throw out just placed him under pressure. So there was no need.
Yeah, it was very tight, wasn't it, there?
Arsenal giving the ball away sloppily again. Spurs have it back inside the Arsenal half.
Oh, lucky. Yes. Free kick. Good. Arsenal got a free kick after 9 minutes, guys.
Yeah, you're ahead of us, Emerson.
Well ahead.
Yeah, I'm on 8:20. So you're 40, 50 seconds ahead of us.
So I've just jumped up to 9:12.
Partey's this got a free kick for Arsenal. Good position as well. Either Rice, Odegaard, or Trossard's going to take it.
Yeah,
with
just about 5 or 6 yards outside the penalty
Yeah,
area.
I've just jumped up to 9:45.
So you're 10 seconds ahead of me now, Gaz. So,
Come on,
Emerson,
put this one in the Youngian bag.
Emerson, because I think you're ahead at the moment to see how this goes. Hopefully, I'll see you jump up in the air.
I think we've got a goal. I think there's a goal, but I'm not going to say who scored it yet. It's the ladies. Ladies just scored. Sorry.
Emerson,
man.
What are you doing?
Oh, for God's sake, they scored already.
Well, you didn't see me jump in the air, did you? So I said I thought there was a goal, but it was what it is.
You might be lying down
on my two phones. No, you can see me
free kick into the top of the ball
because you can see an Arsenal cushion behind my head.
So the
that's what I was saying.
Hit the wall.
Poor free kick.
Odegaard with it, and it hit the wall.
Yeah.
Arsenal still building.
Tommy Afu, man, that's such a bad play, man.
Oh dear. That was Trossard.
Trossard loses the ball in the middle of the park.
That's bad from Tommy Afu there because he's just trying to play it through the guy rather than around the guy. Trossard, what are you doing, man?
The bar. Madison's just had a shot over the bar, well over.
Spurs building on the outside, as you know. I'm a little bit behind Emerson, so I'm yet to see the Madison effort.
Yeah, Alicia Russo scored for Arsenal women.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes down as the first effort on goal.
Just take the throw in, Ben White already, man.
Arsenal throw down the right-hand flank now from the kicking from Raya. Ben White to throw. It's in the Spurs half.
Havertz has just missed a good chance. Havertz has just missed a good chance, but I'm not
A
certain
lovely
if it was
ball from
offside in the
Partey. And
first part. He's offside.
to be honest, that's a
Odegaard
great save though. That's a great save.
Yeah, but
The keeper didn't know it was offside. But that's the run.
Yeah,
That's
great.
the run. And Partey finds him with the ball. And to be fair, the touch from Odegaard should have put him dead on goal instead of going the other way.
I thought. That was my fault. The original pass from.
Oh, it actually went in. It actually went in, Emerson. Havertz's shot actually went in. You said he missed.
But Odegaard.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but Odegaard was in the first part of the play.
That's a good run though by Havertz. Once again, showing he's learning the role each week. He's getting better and better at it. You know, a lot of the things that we were saying early on in his time at Arsenal, he's definitely learning this role much better. The press is hard. Spurs having trouble getting.
Oh, you got to take a touch there, Rice. You're going to get cleaned out, man. If he just takes a touch, Romero's going to clean him out. That's a penalty. Just take the touch there. He's going to clean you out, mate.
Yeah, he does. I don't think he sees it. I think he does the right thing, guys. I think he does the right thing. Instead
if he just knocks that, if he just toes that, he's getting flattered.
1-0. Would score 1-0.
We're about to see it.
It's an OG.
Ben White, leave the keeper alone. Don't want it ruled out.
Ben White touching the keeper on the
yeah, on the glove. See it pulling his finger. What's that about, man?
Yes, get in. Come on.
Højbjerg, own goal.
Yes, sir. 15 minutes and we're 1-0 up. Come on, you Gunners. Let's silence those little craps up the road. I love this. Arsenal are in a huddle. They're having a discussion. They're talking about what they're doing. They're maintaining their focus. Focus. That's what I like to see. Maintain the focus. Another goal
and the set piece coach goes ballistic again, as we say.
That's a great header. That's a great header from Højbjerg.
Yes,
Shame it's in his own net.
The set piece coach was happy with it.
Shame it's in his own net, but it's a great header.
It's unfortunate that there's no assist on that, is there?
I don't know how it works with an own goal, wouldn't it? I have no idea.
You don't get an assist with an own goal.
No. No.
So this corner was taken from the left-hand side by Saka, and it was into a crowded area, and Højbjerg just couldn't help but direct the ball into his own net at the near post in front of his goalkeeper Vicario.
Yep. Trossard's okay. Just took a knock on his knee, but it's okay.
So Trossard didn't clash with Kulusevski. He looked like he was behind Kulusevski.
Kulusevski lost his balance. His ankle, his right ankle went, and he fell, and he brought down Trossard. So nothing in it. Goal kick. Happy days.
But Trossard was feeling the knock. He's just limped. He looks like he's going to be okay, but he did have initially a little rub of the knee and a hobble.
Well done, Ben White.
I'm currently looking at Spurs working down the left-hand side.
Romero just
Cross,
the header.
cross came in, but Ben White, as you said,
Romero
did
just
very well
the
to
header.
knock the ball behind for a corner. But it was obviously saving a.
Corner comes in, and Romero just wide.
Mm.
I think Raya has that covered, to be honest.
It was close. It was close. It was about no more than about a yard
Just
wide of the.
Yeah,
Just
listen,
wide.
I'll take 1 millimeter. I'll take 1 millimeter wide, Tone. I'm not fussed.
Yeah,
Wide is wide.
but we need to stop that because he rose up above everybody else, and that could have been a goal if he gets it the other side of the post. It's a very strong header. We mustn't allow them to get confidence with those headers. We know they've got some big boys. We've got to ensure they don't get the run at the ball like that.
Raya's kicked it and fell over.
Ouch.
Get out the way, man.
What's he giving a foul for that?
You got to cut that out, Ben White, man.
He only just nudged you in the backside. I know.
That's such a stupid foul from Ben White, man. It's such a silly foul. He doesn't need to do anything there.
I don't
All
think
he's
he
got to
actually
do.
means it. I think he's going towards the ball.
No, all he's got to do is hold his position. He doesn't need to go into him at all. Just hold your thing, get back goal side. Don't give him a chance to put the ball into a dangerous area with a free cross,
Again, it is a foul, Gal, but it's a soft foul.
Yeah, but listen, a foul is a foul, whether it's soft or hard, Tone.
Yeah, I mean,
You're giving him an opportunity to put the ball in.
Yeah.
Look at all them players in front of David Raya.
Yeah.
And he's hit the post.
Again. Romero hit the
post. He's hit the post. Romero's hit the post.
He hit the post.
So that's what I'm saying.
But if you don't give him the opportunity to cross that ball free, then the free kick doesn't come in,
Yeah.
Maddison can deliver a ball, and that's an excellent delivery. And I'm afraid David Raya is in no man's land. If that's on target, that's in. He's come for the free kick, then realises he can't get it, and he never gets back onto his line.
Wow, that is a getaway. That is definitely a getaway. Who's that on it? It's Thomas Partey on Romero, and he's let him go beyond. Just step back a couple of steps and get a free header.
Yeah, I would inclined to put Gabriel onto
I
Romero.
definitely would be. Yeah,
best header for best header.
Exactly. That's the point. They need to make that adjustment very quickly. If it was me. Welcome to the chat, Andy Roach.
Raya's shunted another kick, and Spurs come again with Kulusevski, and it's another corner.
Arsenal needs to get a grip of this game now. Just letting Spurs get a little bit of an ascendancy now in terms of play.
That's twice now Raya's kicked the ball and he slipped as he's kicking it. What's that, Emerson?
1-1 Van der Venster scored. 1-1 Van der Venster scored.
Okay. So it comes from the corner.
Yes,
We've been just talking about Maddison's corner. Comes out to the edge of the box.
The shot comes in, it's deflected, and it falls straight to Van der Ven. It just waits to be seen whether he's onside. The shot comes in from distance, it deflected a couple of times, fell straight to him, and Raya, again, he doesn't like coming off of his line, and he just really gives him the side of the goal. I think he's got
when he hit.
I think he's got to come steaming out of that ball there, David Raya.
VAR.
He's offside.
He's off. The line. Oh, they're drawing the lines now. They're showing the people in the VAR room.
He's off.
Yeah, three of them.
He's off. He's offside. Oh, it's someone's backside on this side. He could be on. He could be off.
I can't even tell because there's so many players.
No, it's the one from the other side, Tone.
Yeah,
If he's standing up,
the one on the far left.
if he's standing up straight, he's offside. But the backside may be playing him on. That's what I just said, Gary Neville.
Yeah, not next year. That's on, isn't it? Because the
Well, it hasn't been decided yet. Emerson, what you got?
They're still debating in the VAR room that I can see on my right hand side of the TV.
Van der Ven's back.
It looks like it's offside.
Back.
The one at the top, the one at the top is the one.
Yeah,
offside, guys.
It
looks like it's been ruled out. They've ruled it out. Yeah, they've ruled it out.
Van der Ven's back.
We've still got the lead,
Van der Ven's
guys.
back is behind Gabriel's backside because he's leaning back.
Wow. I always expect VAR to not go in favour of Arsenal. This is one of the few occasions where I think that it's gone in favour of Arsenal, and I'm not sure it should do. That's so close.
You celebrated for nothing.
What do you think, Gav? Do you think that is offside?
I think when it's that tight, no matter who the team is, it should benefit the attacker.
That's what they say in VAR room.
It should benefit the attacker, but the way that they're doing it, offside is offside. I mean, we had one the other day, didn't we, where it was a toenail, and you're not gaining an advantage from a toenail, are you? Let's have it right. You're not gaining any advantage from a toenail being offside. You know, a yard offside, you could say, right, you're gaining an advantage because you've got a yard to run into.
So welcome to the chat, Moses Thompson. We need to settle so many faulty passes. Yeah, we just need to get a little bit more of a grip on the game. I think emotions are obviously running high. You know, Spurs are buoyed by the huge crowd. You know, they no doubt got the 12th man in this game. We need to start settling down and getting our passes together. So, yeah, I agree with you, Moses. So 5 shots by Spurs, 2 by Arsenal. No shots on target by either
I was just going to say, none on target from anyone.
9 touches in the box for Spurs, 4 by Arsenal. So Tottenham have had the dominance in terms goal activity, goal area activity. But the fact that neither team so far has had a shot on target, is that right?
Yeah, it's too frenetic, isn't it? It's 100 miles an hour. There's no composure in the game as of yet.
Yeah. But we must start to get a better hold of this game because
2-0, guys. 2-0. 2-0. Just scored, guys.
Oh, then they're claiming Spurs are claiming a penalty.
Giving us the great news that Arsenal have gone 2-0 up. We're a little bit behind him.
What a ball from Havertz. What a ball from Havertz to Saka. What a ball from Havertz. But are they going to go back and review this? Because Spurs were claiming for a penalty. They had 2 claims for a penalty, Spurs.
No, he's way onside. He's way onside.
No, the Spurs had 2 claims for a penalty, Tony.
Yeah, but in terms, I don't think that either of those
Gary, on the first one, no chance. He's stumbling. Yeah, the first one, he was stumbling to the water ground. Yes.
No, the second one's a fair tackle from Declan Rice. He wins the ball.
Excellent.
Rice wins the ball.
What I need to hear, Gary. The good
Rice
news,
wins the ball.
So we are now.
What a switch from Havertz, though. Bang, have that. Controlled it dead in his stride. Ben Davies, ta-da, mate. Bang.
Lovely. If Stan Kroenke is listening, I don't care if you ain't got a right foot. When your left foot can do that, I'll take that every day. Come on, my boy.
Arsenal women 1-1 now. Unlucky big hands. Unlucky big hands.
Yeah, they only can finish third. Gary, they only can finish third, so don't worry. You have to not worry about them anyway.
Oh, Saka, that's terrible defending, man. Saka, you just let Werner walk past you on the byline, and Werner's holding his hamstring. We've got to defend this corner better.
Odegaard's testicle whack on the face, guys.
The fact that Emerson hasn't shouted out that we
No, it's defended and it's back with whoever, and he plays it straight out of play. And Odegaard again down, holding his face.
Odegaard's got whack on the face by, I think, Romero again, by looks of it, but not intentional though.
Everything that guy does is intentional, Emerson.
So I'm at the Spurs corner. Werner wobbling.
Just looking back.
He's trying to stop. Odegaard is trying to stop. Odegaard is trying to stop Romero, and he runs into Bentancur.
He just. Yeah, this thing like that just grabs the top part of his neck.
Who does?
So Odegaard is down.
Yeah, he's clearly won the ball there. Declan Rice clearly won the ball.
Welcome, Cranky, into the chat. The score does reflect. The score does. Maybe he says the score doesn't reflect how the game is being played, but we will take it. Yeah. He's meant to say the score doesn't reflect how.
On Arsenal.com, it's got 2-1 to Arsenal. Saka scored the second. They're still classing the goal from Van der Ven as a goal.
Yeah. I mean, interesting what you're saying there. Arsenal,
so Brendan Johnson looks like he's getting ready. Timo Werner's afternoon is done.
What a dive from Maddison that was.
Latest score for the under 21. Currently 2-0 still.
Cool.
Yeah, Arsenal women
just let you know,
1-0.
the latest score from the under 21s in Liverpool is 2-0.
Meant doesn't. I don't think he meant meat doesn't. But I get you, Stan. So yeah,
that can't be a penalty from he's clipped Trossard, not the other way around. But mind you, we saw that. Remember David Luiz when the guy drew his foot back to shoot and called David Luiz on the knee, and he got sent off.
Yeah,
you know, you never can tell what they're going to give.
Absolutely. So yeah, looks like Werner's afternoon is done.
Yeah, he's off, mate. Brendan Johnson's already on.
Brendan Johnson coming on. Who is a threat? He's got a lot of pace, very tricky player. I don't expect much difference by way of quality. In fact,
he probably brings a bit more time.
Yeah, he might do. So,
well played, Arsenal.
Trossard has been a liability to date in the game.
Who?
Trossard.
Who said that?
Stan.
Arsenal defending really well here. think there was 2 fouls there that the referee missed Emerson. The one on Maddison and then the one on Saka.
That's right. And you know the referee is, don't you?
What's his face? I can't think of his name. He's the top referee. What's his name?
Michael Oliver.
That's it, Michael Oliver.
Yeah.
I think it was on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't think what it was. But yeah, I thought there was both fouls there, to be honest. Partey committed the first one, and then when the ball broke, I thought Saka was taken out by Bentancur. If we do keep a clean sheet here, this will be 8 away games with a clean sheet. Just send it long,
It's just me and you, Gary. It's just me and you, Gary. So we've got filling the boots for Tony until he comes back on.
Yeah, no
so
problem.
If there's a goal, I'll let you know.
Well, you let everyone know if there's a goal, mate.
Because everyone can hear. That's that's true. Or you see me clenching my fist.
Oh, to win the ball back in press there.
You seen that? Okay.
Well done.
You seen the highlights of that game yesterday?
Yes, I watched them this morning. I watched them this morning. Yeah, I watched them this morning, Emerson. That Cheeto Obi Martin. Couple with his right foot, couple with his left foot. He looks a bright. Go on, Havertz. Oh, you got to control that, Havertz. Is he offside?
Yeah, it looks like.
So he's giving handball, I think.
Looks like a right prospect for us for the next couple of years, I reckon. Uh-oh, we got trouble. Oh, that's all right. It's all right. It's away from the area. It's all right. Sol wasn't.
Yeah, well, I say the next test for him was when he steps up to the under-21s.
You do realise he's just turned 16.
Yeah, but listen, Wayne Rooney was doing it at 16, was he not?
Yeah, and Michael Owen.
There you go. So, you can just turn 16 however old you are. Theo Walcott, 16, got taken to a World Cup. Didn't play, but, he was around them type of players.
Yeah. He's a great finisher. That's
the old adage, Tone, is if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way he's scoring goals, if he goes into the under-21s and does the same, then he needs to be fast-tracked into the first team via the Carabao Cup and stuff.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding we're going to see him playing in the Premier League next year, but you got to get him. You got to get him on the bench for the Carabao Cups, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely, Gal. Well done, Gabriel. Stan says, "Why am I not comfortable?"
Anything with this.
Go on, Emerson.
Go on. No, I'm saying with Obi Martins, he has to sign this contract in November when he turns 17. His professional contract. But I'm hoping it'll be a long-term one.
That's 3-0. Just
3-0.
Come on, you got it! Emerson, I am loving you, my son. I am loving you, Emerson.
Ben White, leave the keeper alone. Don't want it ruled out, mate. Leave him alone.
A little bit more comfortable now.
And Gary's got his spot on again. Because set pieces is Spurs' weakness.
Bye, Havertz. Waka waka. Kai Havertz 3-0. Bish bash bosh. Declan Rice with another assist.
Oh, we are loving it.
Near post.
Did you see that? Trossard went to high five Havertz, but Saka ducked underneath and he slapped him straight on the forehead.
Welcome to the chat, Daniel Millington, by the way. We didn't quite catch it yet. Cranky says, I'm comfortable now. Moses is very comfortable now. We are loving it.
Tomiyasu just missed it and Havertz right behind him. Anyone a free could have scored there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Over to you, Man City. Over to you. Racker, 60 million down the train.
I'll tell you
Brilliant.
what.
Brilliant.
I am loving this. I am loving this. This is as good as it gets.
And to be perfectly honest, Tony, we haven't really got out of first gear.
Oh,
you know,
man.
I mean, leading up to that corner, the play by Havertz and then the play by Odegaard was worth the entry fee alone.
Yeah.
The touch and the turn from both of them, the little lofted pass from Havertz into Odegaard, his touch and turn, you know, unbelievable. And
you know
Partey
what
nicks
it is,
it.
Gary? We're being clinical. We are being clinical. At the
Well
right
done,
time of the
Bukayo.
season. I just wish we have had this clinical edge when we played Villa that first half.
Well, to be honest with you, that was the only thing missing in that game was the finishing. We actually played better against Villa in the first half than we've done against this mob. You know, we created so many opportunities and we couldn't score.
Oh, this is a love. I'm loving this.
All I want now, Toad, is just a clean sheet. I want this 8th clean sheet. But if we score 2 more goals, right, that would give us 7 5+ goals wins this season, which ties the record with Man City. We currently have 6. If that makes sense.
Oh, giveaway there, Saliba. Not nice. Oh, calm down, Trossard. Calm down.
Arsenal in this defensive shape, man. Well played, Odegaard. Well played. Great pressing. Odegaard forces them all the way back to their keeper.
I'm not doing all this, Patrick.
Latest from the under-21s, Gary. We're still leading 2-0. Timber plays 70 minutes.
Well, that's all right. That's great to get steps. So that's 45 and then 70 under his belt. He'll be in the match day squad next week. Or whenever the next game is.
Possibility,
next week.
or the one against... Yeah, next Saturday against Bournemouth. That's the early kickoff.
Yeah, but we just got to hope that Forest... I mean, they held up City last year.
Can't see it doing it this season.
You never know, mate. You never know.
We didn't. didn't think Brighton were going to do it for us since in the week.
Yeah, well, listen, Brighton have been so poor this season, but I mean, Forest fighting for their lives. Brighton not really got anything to play for.
Yeah, true. Because Forest want to get as many points as they can before they get deducted.
I was trying to explain to somebody about the financial irregularities and say, look, Forest made one error and got deducted 4 points, yet Man City have got 115 over their head and have not had a single point deducted. It's like, wow.
The thing that I find funny about it is that they're not doing anything about it till after the season, if that. As Trossard kept hold of the ball there. That would do, Ben White. Love it, Ben White.
As long as this
Ben
was
White just said,
Sky.
enough of this nonsense, trying to pass the ball out. Bang, have some of that. Apollo must be having a great drive up to Birmingham. And Thong over the bar, that should have been 3-1. He gets in behind Saliba and Gabriel. Rad does pretty well there. He's off his line in a good position, forcing Song to take it early.
Yeah, Jackson.
But Son, being the player he is, should still finish that.
Shabby from who was that? I'll tell you what, Thomas Partey is switched back on again, ain't he? He's doing little things in the game that if you just watch Thomas Partey, his IQ is just phenomenal.
6 minutes added on.
Yeah, that should have been a goal from Son.
So Spurs are just going route one now, trying to knock this ball long. They're trying to get Son in behind.
Well done, Saliba, for getting across to just put him off the shot. I'll tell you what, Arteta's got every right to go and give them a bit of a shellacking at half time, though. I know we're 3-0 up, but there's more than enough reasons and things that you can look at individually and collectively that you can go, boys, we've got to improve on this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We haven't had to be at our best to be 3-0 up, and it's a weird situation, really.
Yeah, as Stan is alluding to.
What are we doing at the back, Trossard? Well played, though.
Stan, will you be joining us at half time? I'm pretty certain you've got more than enough things to talk about. As I said,
Tony, I think after Stan's one-man show in the last game, I think we should just all disappear and leave it to Stan. It's the most fantastic commentary I've ever heard. Beat Gary Neville's and all of them people. I can just see him sitting on Sky Sports in the studio. Oh, Havertz, lovely touch. Well played. Odegaard, stop it. Stop it, Odegaard, right now.
What's he doing?
Stop it, Odegaard. The little back heel. The little back heel was just ruthless. Do you see it, Tone?
I haven't got there yet, Gaz.
It's about 47 minutes and 15 seconds or something like that. The little ball from Havertz or the flick header from Saka, and it was just a touch in the back heel.
Oh.
Yeah, you just saw it, innit?
Cheeky. Impotent. God. I just love how Thomas Partey sees balls. It's just he doesn't mess around.
He just comes screaming out of defence there, Thomas Partey, out in the midfield, and completely misjudged the flight of the ball. And Spurs break, and we still haven't got it clear. I will play Tomiyasu. Go on, Kai. That's a foul, thank you. And that should be the first yellow card of the game, but no. Havertz drawing the foul from Romero. I thought that should be a yellow card because he's just about to release Saka now. I didn't even know Pedro Porro was playing. Didn't even know Pedro Porro was playing. I've been watching the game for 50 minutes.
That's good to know.
Didn't even have a clue he was on the pitch.
In all honesty, I think it's in the midfield that they seem to be missing. I mean, Maddison really hasn't put his stamp on the game.
Yeah, but he's up against Partey and Declan Rice, isn't he?
Yeah. He's losing that battle badly. Who's he up with? You know, it's what is it? A 4-1-3-1, is it?
What Spurs are playing?
Yeah.
4-2-3-1, yes.
Yeah.
Half time, guys.
Thank you, Emerson.
Half time.
So Arsenal
No
go
worries.
in at the half, 3-0 up. An own goal and goals from Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz from two corners.
That's terrible defending again from Saka. I know it's half time, but again, he just lets Hoberg go past him on the line because he's just the wrong side. He got to be better than that. That's Saka's first goal in what, 6 or 7 games, isn't it? Last one was his penalty, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah. So that still defence is doing what it's meant to do, keeping the opposition out. But we could easily have had conceded 2 goals in that half at least. So as you said, I hope that Arteta gives them the old hairdryer treatment at the half time, and we come out with more intent and a little bit more stability in the back. What we can't afford to do is let Spurs get an early goal and then start getting an impetus in the second half to try and get those last 2 goals for a draw.
Yeah,
we have seen that in the
agree.
past. Stan, I'll send the link if you want to jump in the chat.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, Tone.
No worries, buddy.
So I can hear you, Tony, so that you can continue.
Thanks. Yeah, cool. I'm
just doing something on my other phone. I'm just considering like something.
So as Naya said,
Just checking on.
Great first half, but we need to be more clinical in the second half. I think clinical we have been. I think we need to be more careful in our defensive setup because, I think we've probably created 3 chances and scored 3 goals. So that's as clinical as we could be. But what we could have done is conceded two or three goals. And we need to ensure that we don't give Spurs an opportunity to get a goal or two and get back into this game. We've got to expect a reaction from Spurs in the second half. They will be getting the treatment, the hairdryer treatment in their dressing room. So expect for them to come out flying in that second half. So we're going to have to be extremely solid in our defence, extremely careful with our passing. You know, some of our passing in that first half wasn't the best. So we need to ensure that, you know, our passes are more accurate, faster. Stan is here. Hey, welcome, Stan.
Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. Talk about
yeah, it is afternoon here, brother. How are you doing there in New York? New York.
No, it's good. I was at Penn Relays yesterday in a track and field event where a bunch of Jamaica high school team come to the States and run. They have countries running. It was a great event, actually. So came back a little bit late last night. Tired, decent drive. Wake up this morning a little bit later than I thought. And but like the scoreline, don't necessarily love the game, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Of the scoreline, we have scored 2 goals from set pieces and 1 breakaway when it was related to a penalty in the next box, which it could have gotten, frankly, even though it was an inadvertent trip by Trossard, who hasn't woke up, by the way, who's still sleeping. But it's a really interesting game. If I was a Spurs fan, I wouldn't know how to feel. I think my team is playing well, but I'm down 3-0. So the scoreline doesn't reflect the run of play. They haven't created a ton. They've gotten a couple of chances. The one Son just missed. If he was more composed, he probably could have scored that, actually.
The header by the 2 headers by
Romero.
Sorry,
and one at the far post by, was that Bentancur? The upright. So they have had chances similar to us. Basically, we are very, very clinical. I think someone said something about being more clinical. No, we're clinical. We're just not controlling the game.
Yeah,
we're not controlling the run of play. We're not. They're much quicker than we are, and with much more effort. Somehow, I think we're playing a little more relaxed than they are playing. They're into it. Now they're a pressing team, and they play a high line. But apart from parting over the top to Odegaard, which was offside, which should be offside on Odegaard's part, frankly, and the one to Saka on the break, we haven't really exploited them like how Newcastle did, for example, where they get caught at 2 at the back or no one at the back, basically. But look, you can't fault the scoreline. I think we're somewhat comfortable but uncomfortable. What do I mean by that? So we are in our shape defensively where we want to be, but yet they seem to be finding little ways to get behind us, which we have to be careful on. But I don't see us giving up 3 goals. I think he may be uncomfortable in the second half unless we play with more vigor. I would change Trossard. He hasn't started playing. He's our most lethal goal scorer. He has not been in the game at all. He's probably the only player to me that's not been up to it. It's almost like the game is too quick for him. They're pressing too much for him. He hasn't realized he can't be comfortable on the ball. You have to make a decision quicker. I think Partey got caught out in the first half in his normal slow turn and has realized that you have to be quick. You have to be a little bit more quicker than you normally are in these games because of the press you're going to receive, right? And how Tottenham play. But I like how we're playing. I like how we're defending in a sense. And I like how we're counterattacking. I just think apart from playing City, I can't remember a game where we've been as defensive so early as we have been and have not controlled the game at all. I like to see the possession stats. Do we have the possession stats? Can't hear you, Tony. You may mute yourself.
So I'm going to put it up for you in a second. It's going to come on the screen in a second.
Yeah, I find that really intriguing, actually. I mean, obviously, we're away from home. So you have to be cautious defensively and make sure that all the angles are closed down. But they should be very disappointed that the score is what it is because they haven't played poorly, frankly. Yeah. Expected goals. See, expected goals are similar. And as I said, we scored 2 from set pieces. They've had more shots than us, right? And more shots on target. I mean, Raya hasn't really made a save. Maybe a cross came across, that's not a save. But their goalkeeper hasn't really made a save either. He hasn't had to make a save. Or any good saves, actually. Look at it. That possession stat is crazy, Tony. That's like Tottenham against Man City. historically. You know when Tottenham used to beat Man City with Kane playing? That's Tottenham against Man City stats. But that was almost deliberate on their part, which is bring City in and counter. Have we played a game this year, apart from a City game, where we've had this lower percentage of possession? Because you can't control the game with 28%, 29% possession. That is crazy. We have committed more fouls. They have to go in thinking, what the heck is happening here? The gods are against us because there's no way I should have 71% possession at home. I've created opportunities and I'm down 3-0. Strange. That is strange. Yeah, interesting stats. Look, I think the midfield we have, Tony, is our best midfield. It has been our best midfield. Even though I don't think we're controlling the game, I think the lack of control of the game is us not being up to speed as we need to be. They're much quicker than we are. They're much more physical than we are. They're up for the game. They're at home, so that always helps when you have the support of the home crowd. But I don't think I've seen a game apart from City where we have such a low percentage in possession. So we're not controlling the game, actually. We have to do better. Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Don't forget,
when did you become you got your license? You became a coach?
Huh?
You became a coach? It says AKA the coach.
Yeah, man, I'm the coach. Known for my analytical analyst. No, I mean, to be fair, Spurs should be a lot fresher than Arsenal because we played 3 games since they last played.
True.
So you would expect them to have a bit more in their legs. But with this percentage thing, it's what you do with it, isn't it? You know, if you have 71 possession, but you ain't scored no goals, and the other team have 10% or 28% possession rather, and have scored 3 goals, that's just hard luck. That's football.
Well, here's what's interesting, Gary, which Tottenham manager made a poor decision on. So we haven't scored a set piece goal in a while, right?
Yeah, you're right there. It's been a moment.
And people have sussed us out, which is they moved Ben White off the keeper because Ben White blocking the keeper and give him no chance to react to where the ball is. The goals are scored. I mean, the first one was difficult set piece because it came in very low and very quick, so it's hard to keep it to react. But the second one, it was in a 4-yard box. But Ben White was blocking him, and what Ben White does, he moved just after the ball is kicked.
Just as the ball is in flight, he then leaves the keeper alone.
Yes.
So there's no reason that he can get pulled up for a foul.
But the keeper then loses all sense of awareness of where he is, right? He's trying to figure out now where's the ball. But the ball is in flight already. So I can't react. Should I stay on my line? Should I come for the ball? And he's not the most physical keeper to move people away. And he's been poor in set pieces for a while, by the way. He doesn't have the strength. He needs to go to the gym.
Yeah, I don't think he's the answer for them. But to be honest, I still don't really care what they're doing. But I don't think he's the answer for them in goal.
He's a good stopper, but he doesn't come out his box, and he can't play out with his feet well. I don't think people realize that actually. Yeah,
he struggles with the ball because he's too right-footed. So anything on his left, if you go and press him, he's going to struggle to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But we've caught them in press a couple of times. Yeah, and maybe we should have done a bit better with them efforts.
I totally agree, actually. But look, we're not going to complain when we're up 3-0. I just have more control over the game, actually.
You know, we're up 3-0. We haven't even had to really play to get up 3-0. The one time we have played, I will say, the one time that we've actually played, Saka's gone down the other end and scored a goal.
But that also was a counter-attack, right? That was off a penalty, this call, which was in our favor, which, frankly, even though it's an inadvertent trip, could have been a penalty.
I did mention that to Tony. I remember I was saying about the David Luiz one, where the guy draws his leg back to have a shot and he catches David Luiz on the knee. Yeah. David Luiz knows nothing about it and gets a red card and sent off. But you would have banged if it was given. But fair play, and then the switch from Havertz. Saka takes it in his stride in one touch, dances around Ben Davies, and it's in the net 10 seconds later. So
Saka's had a really intriguing season. His stats are off the chart, and to me, his play has been so-so. His overall play for the entire season, you look at his overall play, he's been okay, but his stats are ridiculous, right? I guess he takes his chances when he gets them. So, and that's what's important, actually, because goals in matches, as Spurs is realizing today.
Look at that, 33 goals and assist contribution this season for Arsenal in all competitions. 19 goals, 14 assists.
Yeah.
That's an amazing statistic for a player who we don't really consider to be an out-and-out winger.
Yeah.
Which,
No, his stats are amazing. If you watch the entire game, you wouldn't realize what his stats are. If you watch him for the last.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat, Clarky. How you doing, Clarky?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
What's your feelings on the game so far?
Well, listen, I was driving, so I couldn't watch the game, and then my phone came up, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. Which one scored first? So I was chuffed, and then I seen the 1-1, and then disallowed. I was like jumping out my seat, and then we scored straight away. But the thing that's worrying me is that they're beating our press. They're beating our press and getting onto our back line. Luckily, we've got a decent back line, but you know what? Oh my God. It's just, we just need to stay and win this game. That's it. Just win this game. Because these are the games that everyone expected us to come on duck. And we're leading at 3-0. It's just much of the same next second half for me.
Well, he went very offensive today, didn't he? There's no Sarr, there's no Basuma. He went off. Look at the team. It's maybe 6 offensive players, basically. I mean, because Bentancur is offensive with Kulusevski and Maddison. They're all offensive players. So he's only gone with Kobier as the sort of defensive shield.
I think that's what
Højbjerg, I mean, not Kobier.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to rely on, getting at us. But the more, if they come at us, they're going to leave the space behind, and it looks like we're in a mood to punish them in the space behind.
Well, at least we're being somewhat clinical, so that's good. So if they do create the space behind and we go in, we put the goals away, then they may regress somewhat, right? They may not want to be as offensive as they are, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what he comes up with second half. If he comes with the same team, I think they've played well in the first half. They're unfortunate to be down 3-0.
Well, let's hope they don't get the next goal, because that's we don't want to give them a leg up.
Well, interestingly, it looks like Declan Rice has now made himself the player with the most Premier League assists in 2024.
Wow.
What? Sorry?
The most Premier League assists in 2024 is now unique to Declan Rice.
Really?
How many is that with, Tone? 6, 7?
Probably about 8, right?
Probably about 8, I reckon. It doesn't have a number, but...
Yeah, well, all of his assists have come, have they not, in 2024? Because that's when he started taking the corners.
Yeah, sure.
After Dubai, he started taking corners, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to jump off, guys, and come back after the game is finished. So,
thanks, Dan. See you later.
See you later, mate. So Spurs have taken off Bentancur and they brought on Pepe Sarr.
And Arsenal made no changes.
We just need to keep it tight for 10 minutes.
That's it, Mark. You know that. Keep it tight. Don't give nothing away.
No. It doesn't have to look pretty. We just have to defend our lead. See, they're talking
Terms and numbers for Declan Rice. 6 goals and 7 assists. 6 assists this year.
Lovely, David Raya. What a ball that is from David Raya. Straight to Klavic's feet, 60-yard diagonal.
Why am I still feeling nervous, boys?
Yeah, because Arsenal didn't play as well in that first half as we wanted to, but we still managed to be very clinical and score the goals that mattered.
I'm sitting here, my legs are just shaking a little bit. I don't know what it is.
Well played, Trossard. Forces them into locking the ball long and straight to Saliba. Arsenal have it back. And Odegaard is down after a foul from Højbjerg. Free kick, Arsenal.
Holding his calf, Gary.
Yeah.
He's holding his calf, Gary.
I'm happy that he's holding his calf because if you watch it, he stretched a little bit with his left leg. So I'm glad it's not a groin issue there.
Ooh. Party's just gone. Oh, Tommy Ashley's just gone close with a header.
Oof. Little kick on Odegaard's calf there.
Do you know what? That's a lovely delivery from Declan Rice and Tommy Asu stooping down with a little diving header. If he keeps that down and heads it where it's come from, that's 4-0. Anywhere else, I mean, it was right over the keeper's head. If it's on target, I think the keeper gets it. But if he can manage to head that where it's come from and keep it down, that's 4-0.
Oh,
That's right. That's right, Gary. He was side of the goal. Ooh.
Because as that comes over, if he just guides that into the where it's come from, that's 4-0. 100%.
I thought they were showing Spurs fans leaving at half time again. But they're just coming back from half time because I know at Spurs' ground it's ages to get food.
What, in that state-of-the-art stadium, it takes ages to get food? Amazing. Can't believe it. All that £1 billion for a stadium, it takes ages to get food. Shocking, mate. The North London toilet bowl.
Yeah.
I gotta say, lads, I have been there. I've been hospitality. It's a lovely stadium.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tony. One thing about that stadium, you got a good Wi-Fi connection.
Well, you got football to be on Wi-Fi, yeah?
And if you didn't know, they make their own beer inside the stadium.
That's right.
And Rad gives it away.
Tony, did you get that score from the under-21s that I said earlier?
No, I didn't, Emerson. Give it again.
It was 2-0. Conceded Dubry 2. Timber plays 70 minutes.
Nice. Love it.
I said so, and I think that's enough to see him in the Bournemouth squad now. 45 minutes and 70 minutes under his belt.
Oof. Nearly a no. Romero goes close again with a header. He goes very close. Caught Ray in no man's land again.
I mean, what's Raya doing there? He doesn't need to come for that. He's come behind the player. That would have been a soft goal to give away, man. Stay on your line, Raya. Stay on your line, mate. It's a nothing cross. And lucky Gabriel's got a good tussle going on with him, and he can't get a free header. Ben Davies can't handle Saka, man.
That's why they put an extra play on him.
Spurs have been really aggressive. I mean, obviously, the fact that Pedro Porro is now their centre forward, It's not Pedro Porro, it's Romero, sorry.
Is Pedro Porro still playing?
Yes. No. Get up, Kudziszewski. Get up. Get up. You dived again. Well done, Gabriel. And you dived. Well done.
Terrible ball by Odegaard, though.
So,
I think we seem a bit more controlled in this half.
Yeah, until Odegaard just gives a sloppy ball away that he doesn't really need to make the pass like that.
It's probably not no.
ooh, unlucky Saka. Unlucky. Nearly number
It's never
4.
great tackle by
Unlucky.
Gabriel there, and Partey. Both of them got a bit on the ball.
I tell you, it's a bit of a conundrum what Arteta's going to do.
Oh,
this
do
summer.
you know what? That's cleared off the line, man. That one should have been 4. He done everything right there, Saka. I don't know if the keeper got it or the defender got it, but it's deflected up and over the bar.
It came off his.
I think Havertz would have been offside.
The keeper saved it, Gary.
Yeah, I think Havertz would have been offside if
Yeah, but the
they
keeper
reviewed
saved
that. That's a great save.
By the keeper.
But to be honest, it's in foot range.
That's a great save.
It's a great save, though, because you've still got to react.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, great save, great save. It's better by Arsenal getting on the front foot early in this game, in the second half.
Referee's got hold of Havertz there, look. Terrible corner. Didn't beat the first man. Odegaard.
Starts the second
Great
half.
tackle.
Who's this saying there was going to be? Gary, was it you that was saying there's going to be a player thing?
What?
Conundrum if Timber's in the squad for next week?
I think he will be.
Was it you or Tony that said there's going to be a player?
I was about to say, I used the word conundrum just now to say, I think Arteta has a conundrum about next season with Partey and Jorginho.
True.
Because the way
Jorginho signed a new
plays,
contract though.
Yeah, the way Partey plays, he's still, to me, the best midfielder.
I think Partey's going to come back. I think Partey's going to come back bigger and better.
Do we sell him, Clarky, Matt?
No.
If a good offer comes in,
I don't think so. Because with the squad we've got now and the depth we've got now, you've got that chance to like play your job. Because Jorginho can do a job, but if you've got to get someone of similar ilk, if you can get someone of similar ilk, it might be a discussion. But what he does when he'll be proper fit coming into next season, when he's proper fit, it will be a game changer.
Yeah.
Who's that, Mark? You're talking about?
Thomas
Partey.
Yeah, I think if we can keep him fit for a majority of the season, I think that makes us 10 times better than we are. You know, without him, it's obscene how good he is.
Yeah, but the problem is, Gary, you know, last 2 seasons we've seen him out for extended periods.
Yeah, but this is where the squad management comes in, Tony.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's not playing him against teams like, you know, the bottom teams. You want him in the big games, right? So that's where you've got to have an adequate replacement and manage his game time.
Yes.
70 minutes, 75 minutes, get him off the pitch.
Yes.
You know, playing his like the way he treats Saka, 95 minutes plus every game, whether you're winning 4-0 or not, there's no respite. That's not how you maintain a squad.
100%, Gary. 100%. You have
No,
to.
Pep gets it right because you know De Bruyne plays 23 games a season, starts 23 games a season,
Yeah.
and that's their best player, right?
Yeah, for sure.
23 games he starts a season.
We're expecting our big players to just be churning out 40 games all the time. Bearing in mind, we're going deep into Champions League,
Exactly.
deep into FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? No.
Not forgetting all the international travel as well, Mark. All the international travel, planes here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, we've got international class players that are playing more games as well. No, you can't. You've got to. With Thomas, I would have him like the big games. That's where he comes for his form. So, like I said, even you use him, kill games off. You get Jorginho on to manage it. It's a squad game. It's not a team game.
That's it. 100. Couldn't have said it better myself, Mark. Honestly, and that's listen. We've seen elements of the squad rotation this season, but we haven't seen enough, and that's one major area that he's got to improve on.
Yeah.
Because if he gets that right, and people like Partey and that are playing a majority of the games without being injured, and the whole squad is the same, then we're going to take a lot of stopping.
You see, you know what? I see a difference.
Unlucky habits. Unlucky.
I see a difference when Thomas is playing and you've got Deck and Odegaard. They're just, I don't know. Really, I
mean, what a ball! What a ball from Odegaard there. He should be headering that, Emerson. That ball is flat on his head. He's just got to guide that in the far corner, and that is 4-0.
I thought he dropped on his left foot.
No, we're trying to hit it left
volley.
Yeah, but you're 6'3", Tony. Why are you even letting that ball drop?
Because if you think about the technique it takes to header that ball back across into that corner, I get that, Gary.
Let me tell you something, Tony. I could do that at 50.
Hey, you know that ball just reminiscent of flipping. What's his name? Van Persie. Who just volleyed that straight.
Alex Song.
Yeah.
You'd have just volleyed that straight back across.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I look at that ball and I just think that's a left foot volley all day.
All day long.
Easy, Thomas. Going past players for fun like that. Disgraceful behaviour.
I actually love Thomas Partey.
Shoot. Oh.
Declan Rice, Narf makes some tackles. He makes a tackle, right? The ball rebounds back to a Spurs player and he gets up and tackles him again. That's just crazy. And that's not the first time he's done that this season. Been like literally just stood up from the first tackle and wins the second tackle.
Good ball, Trossard.
Arsenal are in total command of this game now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're playing football. Now we're knocking the ball about and we're playing football.
Yeah, Spurs are tired, aren't they? They put a lot into it to try and get back, and now Arsenal can dominate now.
In a bit, it might be time for Martinelli to just run someone ragged. Just give him the ball and say, go on, get at him.
Well played, Tomiyasu.
This is what I've loved about this squad. They've got so much, like our bench now.
Declan Rice and Partey are just doing a couple of 1-2s between each other in the middle of the pitch.
What minute you on?
60-20.
Okay, I'm about 50. I'm about 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, you're going to see it. They're just in the middle of the pitch walking, playing about 4 1-2s to each other.
Oh, no.
Well played, Gabriel. Stay on side, Trossard. Come on, Saka. Take him on.
Boys, I don't know what you think, but this season's been a joy to watch. You know, our Premier League football has been an absolute joy to watch. I mean,
Come on, guys.
Say that again, Emerson.
Martinelli's about to come on with +2 Spurs substitutions shortly after this corner.
Richarlison and Basuma are coming on for the Spuds.
Madison's gone down with a collision. Let's worry about. Well done, Tommy. Yes, just shrugging off. It's all right.
Star boy.
I mean, look at the size of this Arsenal team, man. They must have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 6-foot pluses. This is like the team that
Right.
Wenger first built.
Trossard's going off.
Yeah,
Trossard's going off.
The team that Wenger built with the with Petit and flipping Vieira and
Bold, Adams, Keown, you know, all these 6-foot plus dudes that just intimidated you.
Henry weren't small, but they were massive. Havertz, Tomiyasu.
Madison and Højbjerg has gone off for third, guys.
You know, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Ben White at the back, all 6-foot plus.
They're big boys, aren't they?
You know, Declan Rice in the middle. Kai Havertz in front of him. Thomas Partey, another 6-footer. Or there or thereabouts. You know, that's we just basically, with the exception of Trossard and Saka and Odegaard, everyone else is 6 foot.
3-1, guys. 3-1. Mistake by Raya. Thing. Score. Ramirez finally got his done. Silly mistake from Raya. You're going to stick for yourself,
that's so stupid by Raya, man. What the hell, man? And Christian Romero, their centre-back, has scored. But David Raya, what are you doing? He's tried to chip the ball over the 2 Spurs players. Why are you going to be so flash? We are cruising in the game. You don't need to make stupid mistakes like that. That is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You know.
What an idiot.
Absolute nonsense.
What an idiot.
And then he sells himself. And the shot wasn't even difficult to save, but he sells himself by going the other way.
What an idiot. Cocky little shit.
There's no Mark, that is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, because he's got to build his station.
Stand up and let the player beat you. Stand up and let the player beat you.
What is he doing?
Now Spurs are in here, so they haven't even been in the game. And now all of a sudden, they're on it.
Ridiculous.
Towels are up.
That's
not letting people into a game and we give away a goal like that.
If they get the
unbelievable.
Next one, what a way to give away your clean sheet. Now look.
That's, honestly, I can't believe that. If Aaron Ramsdale done that, there'll be people screaming.
Oh my God, there'd be uproar.
The crowd are in it now. The crowd are in it. Look, you can hear them. There was silence in the stadium. Utter nonsense, man.
What an absolute clown. That's what I'm saying about giving people a leg up.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
You know, now it's Spurs on the attack. No, they didn't have a clue in this game. We was botting it. Absolutely botting it.
Let's go and get the 4th. Let's just go and get the 4th and finish them off.
That would have been a good race. Martinelli, Van der Ven, but he doesn't get the ball. He doesn't get the ball where he needs it. Martinelli, he takes it, but he knocks it, and he allows Van der Ven to get across him rather than keeping it on his side.
On his left side, yeah.
You know, if he keeps that ball to his left,
He's got a one on.
It's a foot race, but the knock allows Van der Ven to get in front of him and get level with him. I'm so annoyed, man. I'm still so annoyed by Rao. Well played, Saliba. Oh, Havertz, you've got to react quicker than that, Havertz. Brilliant play by Odegaard, and Havertz has just got to react, stick out a foot, put your body in front of the Romero. It's a penalty or a goal. Too slow to react. What is the point of that?
I have to go back in your area. The Freak's playing, by the way, just let you know.
Who?
The Freak from Man City.
Who's the freak? Oh, Haaland.
Haaland's in the squad.
Yeah, no one cares about Haaland, man.
True. Hopefully it'll be someone else who'll win the Golden Boot this year.
You know, this idiot Richarlison chasing the ball like a maniac. He's turd, man.
Nope. Sorry, he's on the bench. The Freak's on the bench. Alvarez is playing from the start. So the Freak's on the bench.
Yeah, that's because it's Forest. If it was anyone else, they'd probably have him. They'd probably have him on from the start.
So just need that fourth goal that'll kill it off.
We just need to be solid. Another 10 minutes, keep it as it is. How was that a corner? It weren't a corner, was it? No. Okay, I thought it was. Just need to keep it solid. Don't do nothing stupid. You know, gifted them a goal for what reason? Because you're just trying to be a bit too flash when there was absolutely no need at all. So Havertz has dropped into the 8 for a little bit. Now he's gone back to the 9. and Odegaard all the way back to David Raya. That's not a bad ball, Tomiyasu there. But Havertz has got to chase it. I don't understand why he's just watching it. It's a high back line. Why are you not chasing that ball?
Free kick. Oh, come on, ref. It's a free kick on Saka. Oh, he's got up there anyway. Come now, so don't run out of steam in this last 10 minutes. It's Tottenham piling on the pressure.
How's that not a free kick? Are you kidding? That's not a free kick on Saka. Are you joking?
Martinelli is going to do it. Oh. Unlucky. Unlucky, Deck. Unlucky.
That's a foul.
I mean, what kind of a clearance was that from Martinelli, for crying out loud?
Got away with that.
He got away with that clearance big time, man.
I'm right. Yes. Go on.
It's time to freshen something up, man.
Go on. Go on. Go on. Ah. Just behind. Oh, it was Tomiyasu that went forward. Sorry.
Great distribution, David Raya. Come on, Martinelli, attack him. Martinelli, go home, man. This guy.
Book him now.
He turns inside, have a shot. Have a shot. Don't speak to Julian Timber. Let him tell you about shooting when you cut inside the defender.
Innit?
And parties at it. Offside. Get lost for Charleston, man. You're not even a football player, mate. He's way offside. Just keep it quiet for another 5. Control Havertz. What a touch. Hit it, Martinelli. He's so
Predictable.
Richarlison's so angry, isn't he? So angry all the time.
Yeah.
I think he's got to be like the angriest footballer I've ever seen.
But Charleston needs to play for Millwall because then he can sing. No one likes me. No one likes me. No one likes me. I don't
Mr.
care.
Angry Anderson, man, the guy. So angry.
He's the angriest man.
Free kick from Pedro Porridge. It's cleared by Ben White. No messing about. Foot through the ball. Spurs throwing 10 yards inside the Arsenal half.
That's a yellow. Come on. Well done. Well done.
Is that the first yellow of the game, innit?
Lucky at Martinelli. He was nearly on his way, but could have.
That's what you want from Martinelli, driving runs. You know, that's his best asset is his pace, but he's got to use it correctly. Yeah, Martin, there's a question for you. You're a coach, right?
Yeah, go on.
So you got Martinelli, predominantly right-footed. When he plays on the left, he doesn't use his left foot, but he's enabled to cut in and use his right. Would you not switch him to his natural side, where he can go past players and get the crosses in with his dominant foot? Would you not give that a go?
I would definitely give that a go. I would. The thing about it is with Martinelli, because you can play both flanks. So even if you switch him over to play on the right hand side, it'll be devastating because he's going to come in on his right, or he's going to come on his right and whip the ball in, or he's going to play someone in. I don't know why he always has to play on the left.
Yeah, see, for me, I just don't understand it because he doesn't use his left. So when we see him go on the outside, there's no end product because his left is not there. But if you had Saka there, Saka can use his right foot inside, left foot outside. But Martinelli on the right can literally go past people. He's got pace to burn and he can deliver with his right foot.
100%. And with him as well, because he's got pace to burn, he can still cut across people. So he needs to either start, if he's playing on the left, come inside that right a lot more, or just, you know what I mean, play right and start delivering.
Yeah, 100%. I just don't see why it's never ever happened.
When you see them wingers who on the opposite flanks, you always see them coming inside. Well, Saka's a prime example on the other side. He'll come in and he'll come in off the right and bend it in with his left. Martinelli should be doing that a lot more, or linking play, using the target man and linking play. Just don't get it.
Well claimed, David Raya. That's it, mate. Take the lay down. Brilliant. Yeah, for me, it's always baffled me how he just doesn't see that Martinelli doesn't provide with his left foot, but you constantly playing him on the left. And don't get me wrong, listen, if he was cutting inside and whipping in shots and scoring goals or just ducking in and putting a cross in for someone to score, you can say, all right, fair enough, but
100%.
He's not doing that.
100%. 100%.
That should be a yellow card, referee.
The game's settled down a little bit now. It's not as frantic, but...
Well, we let them back in the game and they had a mad 15 minutes, didn't they? Mad 10, 15 minutes when they scored.
Yeah.
You know, now Arsenal are back in the ascendancy.
Big
Yeah.
10 minutes for us. Big 10 minutes for us.
You know, we had the game won in the first half. We haven't needed to come out and do anything special. We just needed not to give away goals.
Ben Davies just got booked, guys, on the tackle on Saka for the second time.
Good.
About time too.
Saka's giving him a torrid time.
He should have been booked. He should have been booked, Emerson, for the first tackle, for the free kick just then.
Mm-hmm.
For the free kick before this, sorry. Not just
But
then.
once again, we've got a player on a yellow that we should now take. We should look to exploit that.
It's a lovely move by Saka because he goes to play the ball, then he lets it roll across him, and Ben Davies is taken out of the game.
Is that him again?
Yeah, he should have been booked for the first one. See what I'd do? I'd just roll Saka in down the outside, down the side of the one guy wall.
Just keep giving him the ball. and saying for the next 10 minutes, just take him on.
Dodgy keeper comes. Odegaard, what was that? Somehow the ball smuggled out to Saka. Not too sure how Arsenal got it there. Havertz linking played really well. Pedro Porridge fouls Martin Odegaard.
Oh, wow.
So that inside the final 10 minutes of normal time, Arsenal looking still good value for the 3-1 lead.
Here's a fact that I don't know if any of you know, but Arsenal have not won back-to-back away league games against Spurs in 36 years. Did we win today? Mikel Arteta has done something that Arsene Wenger never managed to do.
And yellow card for Thomas Partey. You don't mind that yellow card, to be honest. Come on, Arsenal, just keep it tight. No, 5.
Good yellow. Good yellow.
And Brennan Johnson goes down in the area there. They're pushing Christian Romero forward. Now, see, this is the tactic when I said to us the other day, you know, against Munich, why are we not
Back forward?
Throwing the centre back up and knocking the ball long, putting crosses in? You know, if you need a goal, you need a goal.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how it comes, whether it's fancy football or it's
we might as well have lost 3-0.
Don't need the fancy.
Hold on. What's that there? That's a penalty, isn't it? It's to Tottenham. How's he said no? How has he said no? Declan Rice cleans out Ben Davis. Surely that's a penalty. Surely that's going to go to VAR. Declan Rice looks like the calmest man in the stadium.
Gary, they're checking it. He's gone to the. Is he giving it?
That's a penalty. He's kicked him right inside the leg. That's a penalty.
I haven't said. Oh, he's gone. He's gone to the screen, guys.
If he's gone to the
screen.
That's a pen.
Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
We're throwing this away, boys.
That's a pen.
Fair enough, Declan Rice can't see him coming, but just have a little scan, have a little check.
That's a pen.
That's a penalty all day long. What are we doing to ourselves here? 3-0 and cruising.
That's a pen all day.
Oh, this is going to be squeaky bum time now, isn't it?
3-0 and cruising. He doesn't need to clear that. He just needs to have a look and just nudge it away.
That's a pen. Does he give it?
Yep. You've been given, guys. Song's taking it by the looks of it. Yeah, Song's taking it.
Down.
What have we done to ourselves here? Honestly, this is unbelievable. And don't no one tell me inexperience, this, that, and the other. You know, we've two mistakes have gifted Spurs a lifeline in this game. One from our keeper and one from an England international full of experience in the Premier League. And I mean, they happen. He doesn't know he's there, but you don't need to be trying to lash the lever off that ball. Just have a little look around your shoulder before you swing your foot.
Right. Come on, the heroics.
You know, they should never have been in this game, man. Now we've got.
Have they scored?
3-2, guys. 3-2. They're back in it.
Okay.
Honestly, crazy.
Here we go.
Absolute craziness.
Oh boy. Here we go. Totally unnecessary. Totally
So both goals have
unnecessary.
been totally unnecessary. Both of them, not just that one. Both
To be
goals
honest,
that
the
we've given.
Declan Rice one is a bad. It's just a really. It's an unfortunate mistake.
Good penalty though. You know, but it's just crazy, man. How we've let them. They haven't even threatened our goal in this half, and we give them 2 goals.
Heads on now, isn't it? 4 minutes plus injury time.
There's going to be at least 5 minutes injury time, isn't there?
Yeah.
Hold on, who's down on the ground now?
Oh my God.
Was it Richarlison and Gabriel? Richarlison trying to con the ref, is he?
Charleston tried to foul Gabriel.
How long's left?
2 minutes. We're just entering the 89th minute.
3 minutes.
He's just blatantly, and
3 minutes on
he
mine,
goes
guys.
down holding his face.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
He just shoulder charged Gabriel into his face, and then he threw himself on the floor holding his face.
That's what he does. The little shit.
That.
That's what he does.
And Jacob Kirill for mine, Odegaard. Saka takes the armband.
Interesting.
He's taking what? Odegaard off.
Yeah, put Kirill on, and they brought Lo Celso on. I didn't see who he's come on for Ben Davis.
Okay, boys.
Yeah, Ben White took a knock on from that challenge from Declan Rice for that penalty.
Just hold it. That's it, Havertz. Just hold it.
Oh.
Corner, well done, Bukayo Saka. So 89 minutes are up into the final minute of normal time.
What's the
Hasn't come up yet. It should be up. Emerson to see it any minute now because I think he's about 20 seconds ahead.
Arsenal just nearly scored again. This hooked off the line by Van der Ven.
Yeah, that wasn't going. I don't think that was going in. Emerson, that was going wide. But Van der Ven heads it out for another corner anyway. I think that was just going across the line. Yeah, that wasn't going in. That's just going across the line. There was no Arsenal player behind him. But a corner.
6 minutes.
6 minutes added on.
6. Ooh.
Arsenal nearly scored.
Spurs just pumping it long now. That's, you know what, I don't mind. That's what I want to see from my team. Trying to get this goal. All this tippy tapper and all this. When you need a goal, go and try and get it. This is what we didn't do against Munich. We let them back in the game, honestly. Shocking.
Right. Well done. I played them for a minute or two. That's it. Don't stop holding your back. Thing like that. That's it.
How are we holding on in a game where we didn't need to hold on at all?
Yeah. But hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's go. Let's go and get another, or let's hold on for this last 5 minutes.
Well done, Havertz. Draw foul. Well done.
So underrated. So underrated. Those things
I think
that he
Havertz has
does.
been our best player today. I think he's been our best player today, Kai Havertz.
You need someone to defend from the front, he's there. You need someone to defend at the back, he's there. You need someone to be a link player, he's there. You need someone to score a goal, he's there.
And it looks like he's turned out to score the winner today.
And you know what? He's got some pace as well, you know.
Just play it short. You don't need to cross it in the box. That's it, Havertz. Just take it to the corner flag. That's it. Waste time.
Yeah, see? Sensible.
What's the time?
8:90. I'm on 90. So Emerson must be 93 minutes. I'm on 92:30.
Just approaching 93 minutes now. Yeah, 93. We're still holding on, but we've just conceded a free kick again.
Well tackled, Declan Rice. Ben White, you just got to clear the ball, mate. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Saliba, why are you giving away a silly foul? Free kick to Spurs, 30 yards out near the touchline, 10 yards in from the touchline. But he gives him a chance to deliver the ball. I thought Ben White should have just hooked it clear. He didn't need to try and take a touch.
Corner.
Pick the areas where you play.
Corner.
Corner for Tottenham. Corner for Tottenham.
And again, you don't need to header that. Someone give him a shout.
Pushing and shoving in the area.
That ball was going straight out for a goal kick. Someone give him a shout.
Away. Kick it there. Got to keep under pressure. So.
How long? How long?
94 minutes are up. 2 minutes left.
94. 2 minutes left.
That's it, Saliba. Hack it clear. Go on, Martinelli. Go on, Martinelli. Keep running. Keep running. See, why did Martinelli slow down there? Why didn't he carry on running at the goalkeeper? Give the guy all the time in the world. No free kicks. Make them score a goal. Make them score a goal.
Four. Unlucky Havertz. Unlucky.
95 minutes. Go on, Mark.
95.
Yep, 95.
I'm on 90.
So into the last minute.
How did you get up on me, Gary?
I didn't, but I know how far you are ahead of me.
Yeah,
I know how far you are ahead of me. So if I'm on 90, if I'm on 94 something, I know that you must be on 95. So I'm on 95 minutes. I'm on 95 minutes now, so you must be on 95:20.
What we got?
Thereabouts. Spurs are piling on the pressure, guys.
God.
Squeaky bum time, as Tony said. The goalkeeper's come up as well.
30 seconds.
Spurs' goalkeeper's come up. Spurs' goalkeeper's come up.
What? Is there a corner?
Yeah, corner. This is the last. This is it. This is it now.
All or nothing for them.
This is Spurs' season on a lifeline, stopping us.
This is Arsenal season in this corner.
No fouls, David Raya.
Away.
What's going on?
Let it go.
Tomiyasu headed it away.
It's full time, guys. It's full time. 3-2.
Well done, Martinelli.
It's full time.
Martinelli gets back and he robs. Is it Kulusevski in the box and clears it for a throw? And that is it. Happy days.
Oh. Tight one. A little bit too tight to mention, but you know.
Yeah, but guess what?
Yes.
we caused our own problems.
Yeah, 100%, Mark. We caused our own downfall in that game. 3-0 and cruising. Keeper makes one of the worst errors I've ever seen any keeper make.
Yeah, that's a bad one. One.
And the penalty from Declan Rice is it's unfortunate, but in that situation, composure, have a little look around before you clear the ball.
You know what? I don't really wrong Declan because he's gone to clear it. It's one of those that could happen. So I don't really wrong him for that. But it's the fact that we're so in control and then we go and make such a fundamental error to give them a leg up. They're at home with all their crowd behind them, and we go and do foolishness like chipping the ball. Just clear the ball.
Yeah, that pass that he was trying to make was never. You didn't need to do that. Just thunder that ball down the field. Clear your lines, reset, go again. We was never under any pressure until that moment. And then Declan Rice unfortunately gives away a penalty. And in that situation, he could have just headed that ball down and gone on a run.
The only pleasing thing, the only silver lining I'm taking out of it is that the 2 goals they've scored, we've gifted them. They were from our downfall. They didn't carve us open and score the 2 goals.
That's it.
But what you got to
having said that, Mark.
They're all gone they're all run over to the Arsenal fans now to have a little celebrate.
We have been the sort of this is their home ground. You expect them to dominate in certain areas.
Of course
Obviously,
you do.
when you look at the half-time statistics, they had 78% possession, and obviously we had to expect a reaction, and a reaction they came out with it.
Back in 2, guys.
We just needed to be a little bit more in control of that.
But you know what? A victory at White Hart Lane on the way to, this is where they expected us to fall. This is where they expected, and you've got to, when you look at it as well, Tone, we battered Chelsea.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be a difficult game. We've dealt with with these mugs today. Don't underestimate how huge that is, because I think Tottenham still have a lot to say, because I think they're going to give Man City a tough game. I think Villa's going to give them a tough game.
Yeah, 100%.
Foregone conclusion, and I think our tails are up that much, and I think we're a different side from last season. We're such a different side from last season. It's really, really positive. But we've got to. I think what they've done this year is they've taken one game at a time. They've looked at the Tottenham game, right? Chalk that one off. They look at the next game, right? We chalk that one off. Instead of looking ahead of, we've got such and such to play, and it could get sticky. But fair play. I'll take the 3-2 all day long. All day long.
And I'm back in the room.
I'm just gathering my my statistics, boys. So I'll be with you shortly.
Yeah, there's no way we should have let them back in that game, man. That we should have run out 3-0 winners there. They didn't have an hope.
No.
They didn't have an hope. So we've tied the record for most goals from corners this season with 3 games to go.
We'll get more as well.
It's funny because it was a good few games until we scored from a corner, 5 or 6, and we 2 today. So over to City now, and you just got to hope that Forest can nick a draw or even a victory.
I'm telling you now, Forest ain't nicking no draw.
Well, listen, we like to keep hope for a little while.
This game, I'm not really forced to, is the Villa game and the Spurs game. Now, you look at how Brighton played against Man City the other day. That third goal was an absolute joke. Where they flipping tried to play out like they're flipping Barcelona and got robbed. It's like they didn't want to lay a glove on them. I don't know. It's like they wanted to try and look pretty. Ended up really, really bad for them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see Brighton getting a result anyway because I think they've been woeful this season.
Bad.
I'll be surprised if that De Zerbi's still there.
They've been bad.
But hey, listen. City have still got to go and play Spurs. We've cleared this hurdle now.
Where's City playing Spurs?
Last game of the season, isn't it?
Where at?
No, last but one at Tottenham.
Last but one at Tottenham. There you go.
I don't fancy City. I'm telling you, I'm going on record.
It's in the midweek as well between the last game and it's a Tuesday night game basically.
I don't fancy City. And Spurs have got it all to fight for still because they're
looking to get top 4, aren't they?
Yeah,
Well, they're 7 points off of Villa with 2 games in hand.
Yeah,
so that's points they can't afford to drop if they want to get in that top 4.
City have got 2 huge finals to play because they've got Villa and Tottenham to play, who have both got aspirations of top 4.
Haven't they got Wolves as well?
They've got Wolves as well.
Wolves is easy though.
Yeah,
well,
Wolves,
that's what you said. They beat in the beginning of the season, Tone. That Korean guy.
They're a totally different team now. They're a totally different team.
Yeah, but they're starting to get players. They're starting to get players back, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're starting to get players back. So
at the start of the season, you'd have tipped them for Europe, but now they look like a team that's just about hanging on to a survival.
But don't forget they had something like 19 injuries or something like that. Something ridiculous. They just about had 11 outfield players, but it's like that Hee-chan, whatever his name is, the Korean guy. As Pep called him, the Korean guy. He scored the winner, didn't he, against them earlier on in the season?
So look at that statistic. Arsenal have not lost a Premier League game against a big 6 in an inverted commas team this season.
With United still to play.
Oh, that could be
welcome to the room, Stan. I'm just gonna put up some stats. Here we go. Number 1, end of game statistics. As you can see, 2 shots, 2 goals for Spurs, 3 for Arsenal. Spurs XG was higher at 2.37. They had 14 shots against 9, 2 on target. We actually had more shots on target than they did. Touches in the box, 36 against 29. Not a huge disparity there, but where you can see a disparity was that possession in the game. So Spurs have actually lost their possession in the second half because at the end of the first half they were as high as 78%. Obviously, they still had the majority of possession in the second half. Took corners, 8 against 6, and then fouls committed. They had 12, we had 16. Anyone want to talk to me about statistics there that they've seen? Anything interesting?
To be honest with you, mate, I ain't one for statistics. All I care about is what's in the top left-hand corner of the screen when the whistle blows. You know, you can have all the possession in the world, and we've seen it in Arsenal games before, where we've had all the possession and ended up losing or drawing a game. So it's all about what you do with it, and if you haven't got it, but you make the most of what you got, then that's all that counts.
So Gary is like a dinosaur. So I'm going to try to bring us up to date. no more contemporary.
I just tell it as it is, Dan. You know,
Stats are important because stats are not just only for this game. Stats give you evidence and information to inform your view going forward about how you are, how you're doing, how you're playing.
yeah, but in hold on, Stan. In saying that, like, so in going forward, all you say to the keeper is don't make such stupid mistakes again, right? And Declan Rice, have a little scan before you go to whack the lever off the ball. That's it.
I don't blame Rice, actually, even though I think something I think about in the box, I got to head the ball versus kick the ball, right? I don't really blame Rice per se. He just want to get rid of the ball.
Yeah. Panic set in.
Dilly-dallied, right? The ball is dropping, so you got to make sure he's meeting at his highest point. So I can understand why people may be concerned about him. What Raya did was interesting. He went to pass the ball and realized I can't get it there, and he hesitated. If you just watch the entire replay again, he hesitated, and that killed him.
But in his hesitation, Stan, he actually still kicked the ball.
Yeah, well, he's in motion to kick and realized, this is not going to work, and then went ahead anyway. To me, you go deep and you're trying to find Saka or the other winger. You don't play the ball in the party that close when they're trying to press you. And Romero has been a pain all game. The two center halves actually have been a pain. They've been Spurs' best offensive players. If you don't realize, Romero had 2 headers in the first half. He scored. Van der Ven scored, but it was barely just. Spurs didn't deserve the outcome, to be honest. If you just think about the entirety of the game, and we're glad we won, but it was harsh on Spurs. And the commentators here have been talking about the first half non-penalty. When Trossard inadvertently tripped Kulusevski, the view is that should be given because it's given most. It's not about whether it's deliberate or not; it's whether it's occurred. Like Rice didn't mean to kick Ben Davies, right? But he made a mistake, and Ben Davies actually lost the ball, still got kicked, and they got a penalty. So, regardless of what transpired, we won, and that's the most important thing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A couple more stats for you here. Bukayo Saka is the first Englishman to score 15-plus goals in a Premier League season for Arsenal since Ian Wright in 1996.
That's a shocking stat.
That's amazing. I mean, that's just... How is that being allowed to happen?
Because England is not producing enough forwards that play for Arsenal. Is that it?
Wow.
Quality forward that plays for Arsenal to be able to do so.
And he's not even a striker.
Nah, as I said before, his stats are fantastic. Exceptional, actually.
For somebody who doesn't have a right foot.
Go ahead. He doesn't have he doesn't. Imagine if he had a right foot, Gary. He'd be one of the top scorers in the Premier League. Now
he's only 5 goals off, and 20 is the leading scorer in the Premier League.
Yes, true.
20, Ollie Watkins have 20, right? And so does
Watkins, Haaland, and what's his face?
And Palmer.
Palmer 19 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but we scored 2 set pieces today and Saka's goal on a counter-attack. So it wasn't as if we took the ball and broke them down and scored. These were just they are goals, but it was a very interesting game. I'm sure Tottenham is going to feel aggrieved at the end of the day that, you know what, they didn't come out with at least a draw from the game. Or they played well, actually. They played well. But Raya has to take accountability for he brought them back in the game. They were dead, basically. They were still trying, but they were basically dead. He gave the crowd life. He gave them life, and you can't do that in a game like that. Because, guys, if you notice in this game, we didn't try to play out from the back a ton like we normally do, you know. We didn't start the game. We didn't start the offense all the way from Raya playing those 1-2 in the boxes. We mixed it up. Spurs was doing it more than we were. So it's unfortunate that we ended up the way we did, actually. It made me uncomfortable again, Tony. I was comfortable, and get very uncomfortable.
So you ran the full gamut of emotions today. It's fair to say, Stan.
Yeah, very, very much.
Welcome to the chat, Nabil. Nabil is in his car, so I'm gonna, if I may, allow Nabil to say his piece so that he doesn't get done for some kind of driving offense. Go on, Nabil.
I had to join you boys, man. I was just sitting there thinking about the result of the game and so forth, and I could just imagine you lot going in, mate. I tell you what, real quick, Tone, and thanks for letting me have a shout, mate. I tell you what, that's the first game we've ever won that I've been so livid about. I've never been so angry at a win. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I'm like, we've won, and I'm like, nah, man. I don't want to swear, but mate, I tell you what. I joined the game at 2.5 minutes in. I was a bit late, and the first thing I saw was Party sloppy on the ball, getting caught in possession, really slow. I was like, what are you doing? And then Gary Neville started to chime in. I thought, oh, mate, I don't want to listen to Gary Neville today. Not in this game. I don't want to listen to him. He started talking about we need Jorginho in there. And I'm like, I've seen Jorginho do that a couple of times. Yeah. But anyway, then I started to notice Gabby again, normal, very nervy, not comfortable passing out. And then I started to take a close look. I said, hang on a second. It looks like Tottenham have got our card when it comes to passing out. They've got our card marked when it comes to passing out, and the team know it. Tomiyasu, nervy. Gabby, nervy. You know, everybody seemed a bit nervy passing out. And then I've said, all right, we need someone to stand up and be counted. Odegaard comes in, gives the ball away. I'm like, what's he doing? He gives it away again. I'm like, he must have done it like 3 times in a row. But then I started to watch the game, and I said to myself, do you know what? Tottenham got our card marked. They know how we pass out, and they've got a strategy for it, and we know it, and it's making us very nervous. We ain't got an answer for it, but we have an edge in quality. When it came to quality, Party played a pass over the top. Odegaard bent his run, just a bit offside, but the way he trapped it, I said, that is an example of the quality that we possess over them. And then before you know it, we're 3-0 up, cruising. 3-0 up and cruising, and they're playing, I wouldn't say they're playing better than us, but when we are in possession in our own half, we look awful. I'm a bag of nerves myself. And then David Raya, I mean, he knew what the play was. He saw that they had our card marked, so he was whacking it long as a man who was brought in to play it out short or whatever, pass it out from the back. He starts knocking it long, and I'm like, you know what? Keep doing that, because they're on us. And then just the moment he decides to start playing it out from the back, he gives them a chance. I'm like, I can't watch this. This is going to do my head in. I've got to go to East London, so I jump in the car. By the time I get in the car, they've scored again. I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't listen. I couldn't listen. But I tell you what, as you can see now, I'm over the moon because it's 3 points. But it wasn't like they played really well. It's like in the opposition half, I thought we was brilliant. I thought we was so, you know, the set pieces, I thought it was clinical. Saka's the pass from Havertz to find Saka was just picture perfect, because I would have just played it straight to Trossard, straight down the line. He stopped, he checked, he swings it out, switches the play, finds Saka, brilliant. But then when we have the ball in our own half, we've started to play awful. So fair play, a good result at the end of the day. 3 points is 3 points, but mate, it's one of those games where I could just so go on and just rant and cuss, but I won't. I don't know if anybody else saw it the same way though.
Nice one there, Bill. Nice one.
Yeah.
We'll let who else wants to jump in there then? Because I'm going to try to.
Dabs.
Yeah.
I see it exactly the same as you just said it. I couldn't have said it. I couldn't have said it any different. I couldn't have said it any different myself. Do you know
Bring your camera up. Bring your camera up.
Sorry, hold on. All on there. I'm outside.
There you go.
I couldn't have said it any different myself. It's like these guys were nervous Johnny's in their own half. You know what I mean? And that's where we normally put the team to the sword. Suck them in, and then we bang. Today I was like, bro, just get the ball away from that goal. It was like, you know what? Like you said, I'm so happy I'm so. You know, I've even stopped going for people's fans now. I'm just leaving them alone. I let them come to me because you know what? Football got this way of kicking you in the teeth. You know when you start chirping up. Next thing these lot come back too hard. And I'm not, you know, I mean, one of my friends, a Liverpool fan, and he's been on me hard. Noticeably, he's disappeared over the last a few days. Disappeared. Can I hear nothing from him, which is good. But I'm not even going to stoke him. I'm going to leave him. I want to wait till the end of the season when we've got that trophy. Oh my god. But today we made it harder than we should have done. We made it harder than we should have done. But
100%.
Give thanks to the 3 points.
I mean, I've heard of playing bad. I've heard of playing bad and winning, but playing bad and being 3 goals up, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It was weird, the bill. It was weird because we didn't. The one time we really played, we scored through Saka, but the other 2 goals was just like it was just too easy. And in first gear, and you score, you're 3-0 up, and you're thinking this could be anything because we haven't even started playing yet.
Yeah.
But I'm just annoyed that we allowed them back in the game, man, because they didn't have no idea. They had no way past us. They was only going to get something from a set piece. They had nothing to threaten us. And we were so solid in that second half, knocking the ball around. And Raya just makes a silly error. And gives them a foothold. And then we quiet them down again. And then we give away a dumb penalty. What do you think with us giving away penalties against Tottenham? Every game, they get a penalty. That was the only way Harry Kane used to score. And then he used to score more goals after that, the first penalty. But it was never in the game. And I don't know. Listen, I'm happy that we got the win in the end, but we don't have to make hard work of that.
So I don't exactly see. So I'm gonna be the contrarian in the room a little bit here. I don't think we're giving Spurs enough credit about the vigorousness of their press. Press makes people who like to press don't like to get pressed. Press makes you uncomfortable. We got uncomfortable being pressed today. Look at it. You know who won the ball that Ray kicked out? Romario. He's the centre half. Right? Look how high up the field he was to win that ball.
Because they put him up front, Stan.
No. But he was pressed. He had 3 chances today. So they were using, and they were comfortable with Van der Ven being able to catch us on the counter because he's by far the quickest player on the field, wasn't he? As he showed against Martinelli, he showed against Havertz. So their press was really up on us and therefore made it challenging for us. I'm not sure what's happening to my feed. Made it challenging for us after to get out. We had the 3 best midfielders on the field. Think of the 6 midfielders, we had the 3 best midfielders. And yet, we struggled to dominate in that part of the park. And Trossard wasn't helping us today. Trossard just had a really bad game. So, I do think Spurs deserve some credit, even though they were at home, for the way the game went. Because apart from playing City, I haven't seen us in any game struggle to have good possession, actually. Most games we have good possession today, we didn't because we were being pressed. And then what we normally do after a while, when we struggle with press, we drop off into the middle of our half because we're comfortable playing that deep. We're narrowing the field between the 18 and the middle of our half. And we're saying, you can get behind us. Now you can penetrate the line, so we're comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. I totally agree with you, Stan, on that one. It's one of those situations that, you go 3-0 up and then you end up hanging on for the 3 points. But we did that. Unusually, we've had so many clean sheets this calendar year. The 2 games we haven't kept a clean sheet. We've conceded 2 goals in each. So yeah, there's something to be said.
One thing, Tony, which is we're not giving enough credit to our 4 defenders. Now, Partey and Rice and others protect them, but we had 4 exceptional defenders on the field. You think about how dangerous their wingers are. Johnson's been playing well. Son, we know, is very, very good when he went out wide. And yet our defenders kept their wingers at bay and kept them in the park away when they got deep. So, Tomiyasu coming in, shore up the left side of the defense because We know Zinchenko can't defend himself. And I think that helped a lot today. Those defenders help a lot to help solidify the defense. Go ahead, Tony.
So, guys, I'm going to ask you all a question, if I may, to go around the house. The question is simple as this. Who was your man of the match? Who
Kai
was
Havertz.
your man of the match, Gary, is Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'm going to say David Raya.
Wow.
Kai Havertz for me.
Because he brought Spurs back in the game. He has to be the man of the match. He created a mayhem for us.
Oh, my God. Stan!
Come on, Tony. You must have known that he was being tongue-in-cheek there.
Oh, my days. Who is this guy on?
No, it's Havertz. It's Havertz.
Nabil,
I think Havertz did really well.
Nabil, can you tell us who your man of the match? Oh, he's gone. Emerson, who's your man of the match?
It was David Raya up to that mistake, but I gave it to Kai Havertz due to that pass that he gave to Saka for the second goal.
Okay, that leaves Mark. Who you got, Mark?
I'm going for Havertz.
Havertz.
Clean sweep. If Tony gives it to Havertz.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that because I thought his general play in all aspects of the field, from defending, transition, scoring a goal, is just getting better and better each game. He is becoming the player that we all never saw at the beginning of the season. He's almost like one of the first names on the team sheet. And if anyone had said to me that he would be that guy before Christmas, I'd have gone, "You're having a laugh."
Yeah, I think there's a lot of us with the same time. I mean, listen, we all saw different things. You know, Apollo sees the duels that he wins. I see the running off the ball, which creates space. And remember the amount of times he's never actually had the ball played to him when he's made the runs. But then what he kind of done after sort of Dubai, he kind of knitted it all together, right? So he was involved in winning the duels. He started scoring goals. He was holding the ball up well. He was creating assists. So everything that he was doing earlier on in the season, barring scoring goals, he took to another level, but then added the goals to it as well, which has made him, like you say, pretty much undroppable and one of the first names on the team sheet. That's how I view it anyway.
No, he played really well today. He was winning headers too, but he makes defenses uncomfortable with his height and his ability to flip the ball on, which we don't necessarily have with Jesus actually. So I do think he brings a lot to the table. I must admit, I've said it before, I'm not the biggest Havertz fan. He's doing better and better every week. So he's much more convincing every week. He started out really shaky, but as the season progressed, he's come along really well. If you think about it, from the beginning of the season to now, he's probably the one that's improved the most actually in his play throughout the season. Every week he seems to get better and better, which bodes well. And the question for us actually is we talk about lauding Havertz and how well he's doing, which is, don't we still need a number 9? That's the question. Because I don't see him as an 8. I don't see him as an effective 8.
The thing with Havertz as well, though, is a willing runner. Do you know what I mean? He, like the lost causes as well, and he puts his body on the line. He gets his body in the way. He wins the free kick. He thinks play. And then the big thing, what he's doing, he's scoring vital goals. He's scoring vital goals. Now, this is his best goal output for God knows how long. I mean, it's no coincidence, but like I think credit the Arsenal staff for unlocking this Havertz, because he looks a totally different player. So I've got to give him his flowers, because he's, you know what I mean, he's knitted. First season at a new club, he's done brilliant.
I think it was mentioned today that the team seemed nervous. He didn't seem nervous actually. He played with a sense of freedom, comfortable, because he plays at one speed most of the time, so he's always in that same vein. He's not going up or going down. He plays at that same tempo. And so what you get in a game like this, where you need someone to be calm, to be composed, and to be assured, he exhibited that today, which is really, really good, actually. Yeah. But I was a little bit. I was surprised how Trossard played today. The game was a little bit faster than him, and he struggled both defensively and offensively. I didn't think the midfield played that badly, but Odegaard, as was mentioned before, gave the ball away in a number of instances where you didn't expect him to, without real pressure to give the ball away, which doesn't make any sense given his quality. So,
I think, don't forget, Stan, this is our fourth game in a period of time where Spurs have had about 10 or so more days off. So I think that, the tiredness and the mental fatigue and all that, it all plays a part in certain aspects of the game. And so that's why we looked a bit sloppy earlier on in the game. But then once we started playing, I thought we was decent. I thought we was all right. Spurs couldn't get near us. And then from Raya's mistake and Deck's mistake, then we kind of let them back in the game, and it was a lot more nervous than it ever should have been.
Yeah. I thought Partey, apart from the first mistake he made when he turned the ball over, I thought he played well. I think Partey sees passes that our other midfielders don't really see from deep, for example. Right?
Yes.
Or his ability to dip his shoulder and get out of trouble and create space behind him. Our midfielders don't have those in their locker. So he differentiates himself by doing that, and that's what I thought we should have played against Bayern in both legs. I'm still amazed, unless he wasn't feeling well or he had some niggle, that he didn't get it running against Bayern.
Why was he on the bench then? That's what we were all saying. Why is he on the bench? If he can't come on for 5 minutes, why is he on the bench?
I mean, that pass to Odegaard should not have been offside. He should have been in on goal on that pass. I mean, we don't get that from our team going to another midfielder. We may get it to Havertz sometimes. Or his ability to play the ball all the way to Saka from deep with the right pace, in stride, don't have to break strides. We didn't have the outlet on the left, actually, with Trossard that we have with Saka. I thought Saka did a good job of holding the ball up today, which worked well in getting fouled, drawing fouls, slowing the game down. But I would admit I was a little bit disappointed in our ability to retain the ball for an extended period of time.
Yeah, Saka was our best player for me. He was right up for it.
Yeah.
Cool. So listen, guys. I would like to do player ratings. I haven't got the. Let me try and do that. But before I do that, I just literally, I'm a little bit of a whiz, as you may guess, with graphics and stuff. So I've put together a little something that I think you'll enjoy. So if you'll allow me 32 seconds while I play this in gratitude of our United man of the match.
Another penalty to Arsenal. It's Kai Havertz. Runs.
So,
Hey, Tony, he looked fake from behind. That's
Wait, Bertram, I was actually in the crowd. I saw him appear.
That's cute.
So yeah, cool. Yeah, just let's do player ratings. Gary, you know the team, so I'll let you start off. Yeah.
Yeah. So player ratings. I thought Raya had a really good game up until that mistake. He, when the balls were flying in the box, he came out, claimed most of them. There was a couple of times for the Romero header that hit the post, he was kind of in no man's land. He started to come, and then he stopped, but he never went back on his line. And had he got that on target, that would have been in. So it was a bit of a shaky performance in places from David Raya today. So I'm going to give him a 7. It would have probably been an 8 had he not made the mistake. Ben White was solid. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Gabriel and Saliba, again, I still think they're the best centre-back partnership in English football, in Europe, and if not the world. I think they are two fantastically talented centre backs, and together I think they're just monstrous. So I'm going to give them both 8s. Tomiyasu, I thought he had a solid game. Little bit shaky start, but he grew into the game and he makes interceptions when probably Zinchenko wouldn't. So good performance from him, 7.5. Thomas Partey started off looking, he got caught on the ball and I thought, oh, is he going to be up for this? Is he going to have the legs? Obviously just coming back from injury, but he grew into the game. He just makes it look so simple. A couple of balls he's played over the top. Odegaard shouldn't have been offside, and that should have been 1-0 first of all, with Havertz finishing. But yeah, good game from Thomas Partey, so I'm going to give him an 8. Declan Rice, unfortunately, made the mistake for the penalty. I think it was just a moment of panic where he's trying to just smash the ball clear. And we've seen it happen. You know, he hasn't had a little scan to see if anyone's in his vicinity. He just wants to get that ball as far away from the goal as possible. So, but apart from that, Rice had a good, solid performance. A couple of good tackles. You know, he makes a tackle, and then the ball may rebound to an opponent. And while he's on the floor, he makes a second tackle, and he wins both tackles. And I've never really seen a player do this before in football. And it's not the first time that Rice has done this, winning the ball and then winning it again, you know, when he hasn't even recovered from the first tackle. So a good performance from Declan Rice. I'm happy to give him an 8. Martin Odegaard, again, leads from the front, everything that a captain should do. He was kind of kicked from pillar to post today, and he didn't really have a major influence on the game as we've seen him, but he still does more than enough. So I'm happy to give Martin Odegaard an 8 as well. Bukayo Saka, I thought had a really good game. I thought Ben Davies should have actually been sent off for 2 yellow cards. He committed a foul, which should have been the first yellow card, and then he got the yellow card literally a minute after. Constant forward in their side, scored a really good goal. I mean, the pass from Havertz to set him free, the crossfield ball, and the way he takes it in his stride while he's still running, that's just class. So I'm going to give Bukayo Saka a 9 today. I thought he was absolutely excellent, and he obviously took the armband when Martin Odegaard was taken off. So well done, Bukayo Saka. Leandro Trossard, disappointing game. Probably Arsenal's worst player of the first 11. That's the first. Well, didn't make any subs, did he? So yeah, probably Arsenal's worst player on the pitch today, but still done more than enough. I thought wasn't the threat going forward that we had hoped for, but he done his bit defensively. You know, getting back, making tackles, clearing balls. Had some good possession in his own half. So I'll give him a 7. And that just leaves my man of the match, Kai Havertz. Held the ball up. He won flick-ons. He got back. He made tackles. He defended in his own box. He scores a goal. Just an outrageously powerful performance from him, I thought. He didn't give any of the Spurs defenders any rest. Was a constant pest. What more could you ask for? So I'm going to give him a 9.5 and my man of the match. And Mikel Arteta, I thought he picked the right starting lineup. I didn't think he could make any subs, really, apart from he brought Kirior on late for Odegaard. But I think it was a game where, because we let them back into it and give them a bit of the ascendancy, I thought to bring a player, to bring anyone else in cold into that game, I think would have been of a disadvantage to us. So I think he got it. I think he got it bang on right today. So I'm going to give him a 9 today, Mikel Arteta.
Cool. Thank you very much. Stan, do you want to go next?
Okay. I am not as generous as Gary, as one can imagine. I'm going to say Raya gets a 5. And I would agree with Gary. He was very commanding in the box, actually. Even though I think the crosses had too much air in them from Spurs. They should be flatter, like you saw with our goals. but I thought he was commanding. But he changed the momentum of the game. We were strolling and rolling and cruising at one point at 3-0 up. And his mistake almost, I wouldn't say almost cost us the game because we still won 3-2, but changed the momentum of the game. So I can't give him more than a 5. And he didn't have to make any saves, basically. I mean, he was mainly putting the ball out of the air. He didn't have to make any brilliant saves throughout the entire game. So I can't give him more than a 5, given what transpired in the second half and him giving up that goal. I'll say I give White a 7. I thought he played well. Son wasn't damaging the game. He moved out on the left. Nor was anyone who played out there for the entire game after that. I thought he commanded this area pretty well. So I gave him a 7. Sadiq and Gabriel, the same score. I'm going to say 7.5. I'm going to say like Gary. I thought they played really, really well. And commanded the defense well. And even when we dropped deep, they were, apart from once where Son got behind the defense and actually probably should have done better, they placed over the bar. I don't think that occurred for the rest of the game. Always get behind. Hey, Gary, can you mute? Is that Gary?
No, that's me. Sorry.
Okay. So I thought they commanded their area really well. I thought Tomiyasu did well. I mean, he had to deal with Kulusevski and Brendan Johnson, 2 very tricky players. And I thought he held his own well. It may seem like a few times he made mistakes, but you don't expect the player playing in that position, given how many attacks came through his side of the field and how good the attackers are, for him not to have some challenges in the game. And Trossard wasn't helping well as he should, nor was Trossard doing well when he got the ball to put pressure on the right side of the field, on the left side of the field. So, at least our left. So I did think Tomiyasu played well. I gave him a 7, actually. I thought Partey, as he normally does, apart from the first turnover he had where he wasn't aware as he should be where he was, and didn't realize how vigorous Spurs press was. That's what turned him over. I gave him a 7.5. I think when Partey plays and he's fit and up to speed, I think he's just our best player. And I think the couple of games he has just played showed you the quality that he had. That ball to Odegaard over the top, I'm not sure if people realize that he looked away. He makes these look away pass like it's in basketball to freeze the defense and then play the ball. He does that really well. And his vision is, he has great vision to be able to see the movement of the play and getting the ball. And if Odegaard just waited half a second longer, he would have been in and goal. And even this ball that he plays out wide, you watch when he plays, he doesn't really take the easy pass a lot of times. He'll play the ball between himself and Rice or around him, but he's always looking for, do I have a more penetrative pass to make to create pressure on the defense? So I gave him a 7.5. I thought Rice played well. It's interesting, actually, which is when Rice first started the season, he was off the chart. But he's come back down to earth a little bit. Played well today, covered a lot of grounds, as Gary mentioned. He's always putting a foot in, right? He will tackle, and he falls, and he put a foot in to break up the play. The penalty, to me, I don't blame him, was unfortunate. Those things happen in football. The ball wasn't a high. He waited the ball come down. Sometimes to hit the ball at its highest point, at its zenith. He didn't. So just like Raya, he made my evening a little bit uncomfortable, but he's forgiven. So I gave Rice a 6.5 because I have to take away a point for the goal that he gave up, even though it wasn't a deliberate tackle that he made that caused that. I gave Odegaard a 7. I think he had a mixed game. Made some interesting passes, which is not him turn over the ball from position where he had no pressure. But he did some good things throughout the game, which warrant that score. And you always take into consideration when we give these scores that we actually did win the game. And even though we didn't have a ton of possession, I think the final total was we had less than 40%. We still played well. I gave Saka a 7.5. I thought he did really well today when he got the ball, because obviously we didn't have the possession that we normally have. But I thought he took his goal brilliantly, which he normally does when he gets those opportunities. And I thought his hold-up play was good. I thought he got fouled a bit, which slowed the game down, which gives him more chance to breathe. So I think 7.5 is a good score for Saka, and I thought he played really well. I gave Trossard a 4. I just thought he was bad today. I thought defensively he was poor. In the first half, he fell twice in the box. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. Almost gave away the ball. He gave away a penalty, which they didn't get. He just didn't have a good game, defensively, offensively. So I gave him a 4, and it's sort of strange giving somebody a 4 when you won the game and you were up 3-0. I gave Havertz a 9. I thought, to me, this was his best game for Arsenal in a tough game, and the reason why is he really made any mistakes today. That ball to Saka at the far post, which the keeper made a brilliant save on, Vicario made a save on, was brilliant ball, over the top, on point. The goal that he scored was a good goal, well taken. His hold-up play was good. His movement of the ball was good. He's always putting a shift defensively. So Apollo can take a bow because he's showing a lot of the qualities which Arteta saw, which I probably didn't see in a lot of instances, even though he wouldn't be my choice of number 9. And for Arteta, I gave Arteta an 8. Obviously, I expected the same team that he picked. So for once, he did something I expect him to do. He does what he normally does when we're under pressure defensively. He throws on a defender. I'm not sure what the defender was supposed to play because we had 4 defenders on the field. So when he threw on Kyrier, I'm not sure if he told Kyrier, are you playing left or where are you playing? I always find that interesting about him when he makes those decisions because he throws on 5 defenders. So what happens in the midfield? Because we only had Partey and Rice there, but whatever he did, it worked, and we came out with a victory, which is the most important thing. At this time of the season, where last season we were in a pole position to win the title and we were deemed to choke, and I actually believe that we did. The choking team now is Liverpool. They are, between Crystal Palace game and the game they drew yesterday, they're the ones who are choking, even though they have most of their players back. And we have been very fortunate that most of our injuries occurred early in the season, and now we have the full squad to pick from, apart from maybe Timber, who's a long-term injury, but who's almost here and probably could have, if needed, be in the squad today. So we're in a good place, actually, in terms of how we're performing, in terms of where the team is, and on the running. And even though I do expect City to not lose a game for the rest of the season and probably to win all their games, we're making it difficult for them, which is most important. So kudos to Arsenal, kudos to the team, and long may it continue where I think our most difficult game, even though we shouldn't discount Bournemouth and Everton, is the Man U game. Because they're going to want to stop us, right? I mean, they've been our rival earlier in the century, haven't been so of late as much. And they're going to be at home. So expect a tough game from them. But if we play like how we've been playing, I expect us to win our next 3 games and make it difficult for City. Tony?
Excellent. Thank you very much, Stan. Emerson, are you ready to do your, are you willing to do your match player ratings?
Yes, I'm ready. Right. Raya, I'll give 6.5. Well, sorry, not 6.5. I'll give him a 7. If he didn't make that mistake, I would have given him an 8. Ben White, he had a steady game. Nothing fancy. I'll give him 6.5. Tomiyasu on the other side, I'll give him a 6.5 as well. Unlucky with the header that he had, the chance that he had, but he had a steady game. Nothing fancy from him. The 2 centre-halves, Layla, I give a 7. Gabriel, I give a 7. As I said, they had nothing really hard, but except for the last, say, 10-15 minutes of the game, of which they had to try and keep those crosses away from the goal, of which Tottenham were trying to do in the last 10-15 minutes. Midfield, I give Partey 7.5. He played quite well. Rice, I give a 7. Odegaard, I give a 7 due to his trickery, but I didn't have enough time to get any shots away. But he tried his best, with his trickery, with his passing. On to Trossard, he was our poorest player on the pitch, as Bertram's just said. thing like that. I give him a 5. Saka, I give 7.5. Due to that he was in and out of the game, but he took his goal very well from the pass from Havertz. Obviously, our man of the match was Havertz. I give him 9.5 due to his work rate that he put in, as you all pointed out in your various points when you done your player ratings, and as the pass that he played to Saka for the second goal was pinpoint, and as we know, Saka done the rest. For the subs, I give Martinelli a 6 because he didn't have an impact of the game and like that. And for Kivior, I give him a 6 as well because he didn't have much impact of the game. And for Arteta, he got it spot on regarding his lineup. Again, thing like that, like by playing Partey again, it's good to see that he played a full 90 minutes, I think, because that's the first 90 minutes he's played for a long while. If anyone did notice that, I'm not sure if he did or not. But, and as I said, for the Arsenal fans that were there, I'll give him a 7, although you couldn't hear him much because obviously my TV was turned down during the commentary, so I couldn't hear what they were singing. But obviously the Havertz song was replayed several times that I've seen now on the rerun. So that's my play ratings for the match for today.
Thank you very much. Mark, are you about? I can see your...
Tony, Havertz gave Saka 2 goals. He scored 1.
Havertz. Yeah. That's
the
right.
one he crossed from the left side in the box,
Mm-hmm.
that he could keep a save. So that was pretty close. Yeah.
That's right. So, yeah, good performance there. I will go and give my ratings now. So, I'm going to go with David Raya, I'm going to give a 6. Benny White, I'm going to give a 6. Saliba, 6. Gabriel, 6. Tomiyasu, I'm going to give a 7. I just somehow felt Tomiyasu was more involved in the play, contributed more both defensively and offensively, almost scoring a goal. Thomas Partey, I'm going to give 8.5. Because I just love Thomas Partey. And, people will know if you've watched this show often enough. Bertram and I are great lovers of Thomas Partey and just salivate when he's on pomp and doing the things that only Thomas Partey is capable of doing, really, as far as I'm concerned, in the midfield. Declan Rice, I'm going to give a 7. Odegaard, I'm going to give a 7. Saka, I'm going to give a 7. Trossard, easily the weak link of the team today, gets a 5. And Havertz is my man of the match, gets a 9. I won't do the substitutes, but I will give Arteta a good solid 8 because he picked the winning team. Look, there's a lot to unpack, but I think everyone so far has unpacked most of what I would wish to say anyway. So I'm not really going to reiterate or repeat what people have said already. But I do feel there's a lot of credit to be given to this group of players who may not win the league this year. But one thing you cannot say is we bottled the league because, look, since the start of the year, we'd have lost 1 game and we've drawn 1 game. We've won every other game. We scored a phenomenal amount of goals again, like we did last year. We've been defensively one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team in the league. And despite giving away 2 goals today, actually giving away 2 goals, if we don't give away goals, nobody else is scoring. That's how good our defense is. We don't give away goals unless we physically give away the goal. It's not like teams are playing us a type of football and they're breaking us down. No, we're making a mistake and they're getting a goal as a result of our mistake. Now, yeah, some would say that's how most goals are scored. And yeah, you're right. That is how most goals are scored. But, you know, I feel there's a great deal of credit to be given to the people who work on our defense, those defenders, you know, whoever it is, those defenders, and the manager himself have got to be given a great deal of credit. You know, 3 games left to go. It is what it is. We'll do what we can do. You know, 20 minutes gone. Nottingham Forest holding tight at 0-0. Let's hope that, you know, look, it just takes one result and they have to play Villa and Spurs. Anyhow, they drop the points. I'm convinced we will win out now. I am convinced we will win out. And if it's not to be, then I'm going to just turn around and say, well, you know what? It was phenomenal what they achieved this year. I thought last year was phenomenal. Yeah. But there was a definite case of things just got too much for us. And at the end of the season, we lost 2 key components of that team, which was Partey and Saliba. But this year, we made some purchases that had people going, but those purchases have ended up being exactly what we needed. We might have got Mykhailo Mudryk across the line. I actually think Mykhailo Mudryk in Arsenal would have been a totally different player. I read a statement this weekend from somebody else in the press about how players can be different players if they go to different teams. And that's guaranteed. Like Fernando Torres at Liverpool, I thought was easily one of the best strikers in the world. And then he went to Chelsea. And what happened? He just fell apart completely. So, you know, look, I've enjoyed today. I've also not enjoyed today. And then I've enjoyed today. So the overriding result is I am happy. I am happy we have beat the noisy neighbours in their patch, shut them up. Don't want to hear nobody saying, oh, but if this, but if this. No, you lost the game. End of. And we won. And that's all I'm happy about. So, guys, I am finished there.
Hey, Tony, at least we can control our noisy neighbors, man. You can't.
Absolutely.
Their noisy neighbors have kicked the door down. At least we are controlling ours.
Yeah. So, guys, if anyone's got anything else to say.
Sorry, I would say this actually. I've said this before, which is we are going to be good for a good while to maintain this team, right? Which is really important for us to have a sense of enthusiasm going to next season or at the end of the season, right? We have a young team, a good team. We're only going to supplement a very good team going forward. We have made it difficult for City, who's considered the best team in the world, even though they're not in the Champions League semis. Made it difficult for them 2 years in a row. We're at the top of the league. We're at the top of the league. 2 years in a row. Really good.
I'll get it in a minute.
We need help to get over the line, but we have to be proud of the team and how they have done over the last 3 seasons, basically. The year before that, we finished 5th. We should have finished 4th when the Spurs got totally destroyed and when Holding was playing center back. So we've moved away from the Holding, not to give you a hard time Holding. And we have quality all around the team now, and we expect to supplement that quality with more quality. So it only bodes well for us going forward in terms of what the team will look like, the players we're able to attract, because players want to go to good teams who play attractive football, right? That's how you get players. We have more money in the coffers from all these Champions League and sponsorships, so it's upward and onward.
Go on, Forest.
Forest has been the best team so far, but let's see if it materializes into something productive.
Good ball, cross it.
We have to mute Gary.
Over the.
Yeah, you know, he's watching the game. He's watching the game.
Go ahead, Bertram.
He's hoping that Forest does the impossible.
Me too.
And
Me too.
all they have to do is draw with don't need them to beat City, We can just draw with City because our goal difference is still good.
Yeah.
We have a net 1 today, +1 going forward. So they just have to draw with City and we're good. And they started out well. Let's see if it's sustainable. But I love the way the team is being constructed and what the opportunities are going forward. We want to compete with the best teams in the world, not just in the Premier League, with the Real Madrids of the world and with the Bayerns of the world. And that's what we're building. I am still going to harp on this 24/7. Where the heck was Thomas Partey against Bayern? I'm telling you, it's a different game if Thomas plays. Different game if Thomas plays. Him playing deep, getting us behind Bayern. Bayern never played deeper. We have more possession. That didn't materialize. So I'm going to hold Arteta to that. And there should be an explanation as to why he didn't play him. Because as Tony mentioned, I am in the Thomas Partey fan club in terms of his qualities and what he does on the field, which are sometimes not even obvious. But if you're insightful when you assess football, you realize the quality to the table. So kudos to us and long may it continue.
Cool. Thank you very much. So, guys, I think unless you want to unmute yourself and say anything else, I am done for this particular episode of Arsenal versus Spurs live match day commentary.
No, Bertrand covered most of what I would have said. But I'm just happy that we're competing. And listen, there's 3 games to go. Anything can happen in football, but by winning our games, we've just given ourselves a chance, and that's all you can ask for from the team.
Absolutely.
They haven't let anyone down this year, and they're improving year on year. And I'm sure that titles will come their way.
Cool, brilliant. All right, my friends, have a lovely evening. I'm going out for drinks and some music. I'm going to be very happy. So until the next time.
Yes, until the next time, guys. See you later. See you all later.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.